This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Alright. It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuke. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale is just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Jeff defends Aquaman. Blake's just not listening. What? Jason impersonates Michael Caine.
Some people just want to watch World Buzz.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Blake's
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got
Jason
more.
just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 189. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
And with us this week, all the way from Toledo. I know she's not from there.
in Toledo,
Anyways, from Toledo is Jeannie from Salty Language.
and I'm not on Salty Lake. I live in Michigan. Yes, it's the hat of Ohio. Like, I'm just over the border, but I live in Michigan.
But you work in Toledo.
I do work in Toledo.
I feel
I'm
like
sorry.
it's more the fedora of Ohio. Mm-hmm. Hello. I feel like New York is the feather in our cap. No, nothing. Anyways,
It's nowhere near us.
You know, she's one of those people that doesn't live in Ohio, but they only come here to work.
Yeah.
Take
and
our
I
jobs.
pay taxes. Aren't you super glad you get my money?
we are kind of glad for that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. As I always used to listen to a great Ohio State Buckeye coach piece of advice, and that was always stop in Toledo and gas up before you go north.
Because Michigan is scary.
No, don't spend your money in Michigan.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm glad Jeannie's here so we can insult Michigan for her.
It's fine.
Yeah, don't we usually wait till Dev's around before we start insulting Michigan?
That's right. So thank you, everybody, for listening. Jeannie is going to give us the woman's perspective because we have not had a female guest on the show for quite some time. We saw how that worked out.
Who was your first guest? Because
maybe there's a reason why they don't come back.
Don't worry about who that first guest was. Anyways.
Now I'm going to have to go
blame it
back
on
and
the-
find this female guest that you had.
Blame it on the
Damn, you think it'd be
patriarchy.
No, we're excited to have you. You were supposed to be here 2 weeks ago, but we had some tech issues. So we do apologize for that. So thank you for coming back. And
Jeez.
where can we find you at?
Well, the best place to find me is on Untapped at TJL High. And you can follow my beer drinking.
Awesome. How many beers are you up to? Not tonight, but on the Untapped.
I think I'm at 16, but let me look.
That's it? For tonight?
Well, yeah, for tonight. Yeah, at least 16 tonight. Actually, I've been drinking gin and tonics. Thanks, Dev.
Oh.
I thought they were actually like Little Kings.
No. Oh, I'm at 2,235, a unique total of 1,669.
Ooh.
And when you came to the Cincinnati Beer Fest in February, you had about 800 of them here? Is that correct?
I had like 40.
Oh, okay. And yes, for others that know, Jeannie is not on Salty Language. She makes appearances, but Tony, her husband, is on that.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like a bone of contention for me because when they started the podcast, I was like, hey, I can join you. We can do this together because Brian's my friend too. And then it was met by crickets. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then they pulled a third mic on who was a female. So Tate joined, and I'm like, that's it. Fuck you.
And I do appreciate you coming on to the Hobie show, and it wasn't even, thank you, Blake is bringing cherries into the room. We now have cherries instead of Pez. Are we doing healthy eating?
I'm still eating the Pez.
Okay, good call.
Yeah.
Jeannie, I like how you just invited yourself as a guest onto our show. We appreciate that.
That's the way to do it.
Yes. So
Well,
anybody,
I kept asking, and you guys were like, "Yeah, that should happen." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm just gonna tell you I'm gonna be on this week."
I'll be honest. For any guest, anybody that wants to be a guest on our show, that's probably the best way to do it.
Annoy Jason until he says yes.
Don't even have to annoy me. Just send me a thing. Hey, can I be on the show this week? Sounds good to me.
Do you have Skype? Yep.
I didn't ask permission. I told you it was going to be on the show, and you told me, "No, that can't happen this week."
How about next week? Okay, done. Fucking Skype.
But all right, so you're like actually not on a podcast, but you are. But we know you as Jeannie from Salty Language, right? I'm trying to get this straight.
Well, I think you guys know me as Lady Space Violence.
Okay, how'd you
That
get
is
that
true.
nickname?
It is from Salty Language.
But why does Salty Language call you Lady Space Violence?
Because Graphic Novice and Salty Language had the Moon Wars. And then Tony was dubbed the Minister of Space Violence.
He is.
So since I am his wife, I'm the First Lady of Space Violence.
I see. So you weren't really elected to that position.
No, a lady came out of the water holding a sword and told me that I was going to be Lady Space Violence.
I'll be honest. No woman can win an election lately.
Oh. All right. You know, I do remember when Salty Language first came on one of the networks, and I do remember Jason having a conversation with one of said networks, and they were concerned about the content of Salty Language, to which I replied, "It's in their title."
Yeah. They tell you it's Salty Language.
But if they were to find Lady Space Violence on Salty Language, for example, what does Salty Language cover as a podcast? So people can cross-pollinate.
Yeah, well, Salty Language really covers Brian and Tony's lives.
Which
They talk
includes
about
you.
what they do. What?
Which includes you.
Well, with Tony, yes. And Brian sometimes, because Brian and I do go out without Tony, because sometimes he needs to not be there.
Okay.
Tony can come down and go out with me.
Yeah, we will in February. And I'll try to keep him sober.
So what's like an episode of Salty Language? Like, what do they talk about? Because I'm unfortunately, I'm too damn busy, and I don't have a lot of time. I have to rely on what Jason tells me, which is a bunch of lies most of the time.
Okay.
So
So
what is
every time I see him, I should just start yelling liar?
Yes.
That would work.
Okay, I got it.
So
That will be-
what's
that
the
will
Salty
happen.
Language episode like?
They start talking about their weeks, which usually includes Tony telling about his week and Brian saying that he hasn't done anything. And then they talk about things that they find online that are weird, something that they get their interest. They talk a lot about wrestling, which I could care very little about.
Hey.
Me
Knock it
too. I like you already. Keep going. But
it's-
doesn't Tony, or is it Tony or is it Clint? I can't remember. Which one looks
Brian.
like the Unabomber?
Brian. Clint looks like the Unabomber. He's
Okay.
not on Salty Language.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's on Geek Dig and Green Up
Green
and
Up.
like 9 other things.
Okay. But I
Way to
know
support Salty Language, Blake.
no, but I am familiar with Tony because I do see him in my Facebook feeds an awful lot.
And
Yes.
and his picture is also on our Facebook page at
Yes.
the History of Bad Ideas. He's in the background.
Because we're friends.
We are.
Yes. Yeah, Tony just recently had to trim down his beard because he got a second job, and I'm very sad to see it go.
Yes,
it's
Tony-
not gone because
that's
that
right.
can't happen. But
I'm
it's,
sorry.
it's neat now, neat and trim and tiny.
Is it because he was on the watch list?
No, because he got a job that required and I put this in quotations. You can't see my fingers. A professional beard.
Oh.
I think having a big, long, bushy beard is professional.
I'm like,
Those little
it's
skimpy things.
professional if you're a brewer. Come on.
Or a lumberjack.
I'm a
Exactly.
lumberjack.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
So, Jeannie, we do a 5 quick rapid fire questions for all of our guests.
Excellent.
And when I say that, it's because it hasn't happened in a while
Right.
because Blake forgot. So, Blake, would you like to do a rapid fire or you want me to?
I forgot.
Okay, good. I'll do it. Okay, you ready, Gene? First thing that comes to mind. You ready?
Yes.
Star Wars.
Yay.
Star Trek.
Yay.
Fisto.
I have no fucking clue who that is.
Mr. Fisto.
Oh, I showed you Fisto before the
I know,
show
but
came on.
Before you showed me the lovely Fisto, I would have been like, that sounds like a porn.
Okay. Cincinnati.
That would be beer.
Oh, well, okay, that's better. Okay. Tony.
Love of my life.
No, I didn't say Tony, your husband. I meant Tony Danza.
Well, you said Tony,
Oh,
and what
okay.
I thought was love of my life.
I do the same thing for Tony Danza. He's the love of my life.
I'm concerned for you now.
Yeah, I would too. You know, I love the movie that Tony plays. He plays the character named Tony. I love that.
Yeah.
So everything he's in.
He's only
Yes.
done that in like 4 shows. Come on.
12 Angry Men. What? He's juror number 7. No, this is Tony. Oh, okay.
the only character with a name.
So Jeannie's going to be sitting with us here and talking throughout the episode. So thank you, Jeannie.
You know, that actually kind of reminds me of a joke that an Italian once told me.
Okay. Are we going to have to
Yes,
cut this out later? Because I'm not going to cut anything this week.
No, this was actually a joke an Italian told
Mm-hmm.
me. He said, "Do you understand why so many Italian Americans are called Tony?"
Why?
To New York.
That's right, Tony, to New York, because they wouldn't be able to speak English. So, you know, when they would get on the immigrant ships to come over here before Supreme Overlord Trump did, you know, sunk all the ships. You know, they used to have.
Before the Iron Wall came down
Before
and
the
said,
Iron-
"Go away."
That's right. So when they actually came over, they would pin to where they were going on their jackets, and a lot of them said to New York, which would be Tony. So that's why all these Italians are called Tony.
You know what? I've seen Tony Danza act. I really don't think he can speak English. I'll be honest. So
All
But-
this time, I
Wait.
just thought it was because it was short for Anthony.
No, that too. But going back to, you know, and I could probably be backed up by Dev, you know,
from
on
Shot
this.
of History.
You know, because when they would also first come in through, you know, immigration gates, they would Americanize a lot of these names. You know, so
Yep.
it was easy for them to say, "Oh, Tony, boop, there you go." You know, same thing. A lot of last names were shortened or simplified, and sometimes it was by the immigrant families themselves, so as to make themselves fit in a lot better to American culture and society.
They wanted to assimilate.
Yes,
James
assimilate.
became Jaime. That was pretty popular. Yeah. No, nothing.
Yeah, just stop.
No, but anyways, now I'm being too serious. Now I want it to be like silly again.
Would you like to talk about the political environment from this weekend? Let's go
no.
lighthearted. That seems
So
like
Tony actually
No.
isn't Italian at all. He's actually French. So I don't know where that came from.
Hi, I'm French. I'm Tony.
Yeah, you mentioned French.
You have such a bad French accent.
He's got a
I
bad.
mean, I love you.
Whatever accent
That was
it is.
that was
it's bad.
Cajun. What are you talking about?
I thought it was Southern.
I have a hard time telling what his accents are. If you want to do a French
So do
accent,
we.
though, you have to like make the W's weird. So that's what you're doing right now. You know, it's like,
Why are you
how
Russian?
do you say French just?
You sound more Russian.
Well,
me sh- let
okay,
me-
my
Jeannie-
accents are also bad, but I don't say they're awesome.
No, I'm about to say you can always tell what accent Jason is doing because when he's talking, he says, "I am French," or "I am Southern," or "I am Cajun." That's how you know what accent he's doing.
So I didn't do that the other night while we were watching a show, and my wife goes, "I don't even know
What
what
show were you
accent."
watching? Because I'm very intrigued on your shitty choices.
Oh, just you wait until listener feedback.
Glow. I was watching Glow. My wife and I found a new show.
Pervert.
It's a great show on Netflix. And
I know what it is because Tony watches it.
it's fun. It's enjoyable. We're about
It's
halfway
about
through.
wrestling.
Yeah. Well, not really though. It's about the actresses trying to make it in 1980s. And so, seriously, every time you spit a fucking cherry, it sounds like your phone's going off. Would you stop it? Stop it, Blake.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Dear God.
He told you he was going to do that. This is not news.
Glow was my up this week.
I'm just not making the patooey sound like I threatened.
Ginny, what's your up down? We'll do one thing we're up on this week, one thing we're down on. You go second with
Okay.
your up.
That wasn't
the
me and
first
my
thing-
my cherries. That was more advanced than I can actually make. That was just fun.
So let's try to be some professional amateurs here, people.
Too late.
Okay.
Ginny, so
Gonna
what are
cough
you?
a lot and sneeze.
That's right. What are you up on this week?
Focus.
Being on Hobie.
Yay!
Buying my lipstick. I'm so excited.
Yes, please explain to your listeners here about your lipstick.
I bought a lipstick
Yes,
that
tell me
actually
about
stays
your
on
lipstick.
when I drink coffee, so it doesn't come off. And it stays on and doesn't leave that lovely little lip mark on your fucking cup lid. So I'm super excited.
And how much was this lipstick?
It was just a measly $30.
It's that coffee flavored lipstick.
I don't know what money you guys have up there in Toledo. Obviously, you have some good podcast money from Salty Language. So $30 for lipstick. I'm happy you did.
You ask your wife how much an expensive lipstick costs. You can pay well beyond $30 to get a good lipstick.
I prefer not to know that. She's in charge of all the finances, so I really couldn't tell you what we pay.
Okay,
We
that
had
is that is the program we have up here as well. I pay all the stuff.
one of our neighbors was talking about the how much they paid in electric this week, and they couldn't believe it, because they have 4 kids and all that. And they're like, doesn't that piss you off, the electric? I was like, no, I really have no idea how much we pay. And then my wife's like, yeah, it does piss me off. I was like, well, see, there you go. It pisses her off. I have no idea.
We can run down my bills if you'd like, but I'd rather not.
He's the man of the house when she's not around.
I don't even care. Honey, do I have enough
I
money
wear
for
my
this?
pants when she tells me I can.
That's right.
My conversation is, honey, Madden football comes out. I haven't bought one in 5 years. Do you mind if I buy it? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, sounds good. I don't care.
Tony has a credit card that is his, so I can't, if he buys me a gift, it's his. He tells me how much he's paying on it, and I have no access to it, and that's fantastic. That's his money. All the other money is mine.
Jeff, what is
Yes.
your up this week?
I had an excellent weekend this week.
Okay.
Friday, I was in Pittsburgh auditioning to be on Jeopardy.
Ooh.
Oh, did you make it?
They won't let you know until
Oh, man.
they'll schedule a month out, and they'll call you and say you're coming out in a month.
So how far do they have this planned out? Like, can they call you in 3 months, 6 months, a year?
Up to a year and a half.
Okay.
I'm in the poll for a year and a half.
Gotcha.
Man,
That is crazy.
get pretty wrinkly.
How'd you do on the interview?
I did as well as I can do.
Okay.
So if they don't want me, they don't want me.
It's
but-
their fault. Fuck that.
Exactly. I don't think I could have done better. I had as much fake smile as I could give and all that other stuff, so.
And that's a big deal with you because you usually don't smile. So that's a big thing.
Wait, did you promote Michigan beers? I'm just wondering.
I did not promote Michigan
Damn it!
beers.
Okay.
Is there really a reason to promote Michigan beers? I mean, besides,
Right, they stand on their own.
it's like
Bells.
throwing hops into tap water. I mean, it really doesn't taste that good.
No,
And
that's-
you're drinking one.
Well, yes, I'm drinking New Holland Brewing Company, which is really good.
do you want me to make a call to Alex?
Yeah, if you can,
right.
well, I don't think Alex actually decides who's on or not. So
Is Trebek still doing it?
yeah,
Wow.
and
Good for
I just
him.
found out he signed on for another 2 more years, so he's going to be
with your
on
mother,
at least
Trebek.
2 more.
Why wouldn't he sign on? It's like they said Pat Sajak and Vanna White signed on a couple of years ago for a new contract. It's like, well, fuck yeah, that's the easiest gig in the world.
Yeah, it works 50 days a year.
Yeah, you record everything for the whole year. Have a good day. So you think you did good?
I think I did good.
Okay, awesome.
I mean, that doesn't mean
You did
they
well.
want me, but I did well also.
Yeah.
Good.
If you're going to be
Good,
on
and I
Jeopardy,
did
you
well.
better get your adjectives right.
How long was the interview process?
It was about a 2.5 hour.
Wow.
Well, they interviewed 18 people at once.
Oh, okay.
You
It's
take
not a
test.
one-on-one?
No, it's not a one-on-one.
Okay.
You take a
It
test.
seems
and
exhausting, I'm just saying.
you go in, and they have everybody go in. They give you a 50-question test, and you fill all that out.
Is it like the Wonderlic test for football?
And no, it's
Okay.
kind of like questions they ask on Jeopardy tests.
What is your name? You got a point. You are a smart NFL player.
Oh,
Good
you
Jew.
misspelled it. Nope, sorry, you're wrong.
You still get half a point for trying.
So what did you do to take everybody else down? I mean, did you have some sleeping darts? Did you have
Machete?
I just came behind them, put them in a sleeper
yeah,
hold.
see, I think that'd be a great SNL skit. Try to get on Jeopardy. So you got some sleeping darts. You got, hey, what is it over here? Slam their face into the
He beat
table.
people up with tiki torches.
Yeah.
Aw. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, well, so then after you take that written test, then they do a mock game where they call 3 people up at a time. And
Did you win?
I did well. Every question I rang in for and got called on, I got right.
He was 3 for 3.
No, it was more like 6 for 6.
That's nice. That's nice.
And then they did the fake interview where, oh, this is like if Alex is going to be talking to you. And I'm like, I don't know what that's like because I always fast forward whenever I watch Jeopardy. So I don't care what people's stories are.
Jeff, tell us a story about you. Well, I came to Pittsburgh for trying out this, and let me tell you, you guys have the best hookers alive here. Let me tell you, Alex, let me tell you about the hooker I found down on the street.
The best hookers in Blow.
That's right.
I spent approximately 5 hours in Pittsburgh, then I drove away.
Aw, you didn't even see Pittsburgh Nerd. You could have.
I didn't. Well, I kind of was there for a very small amount of time.
Did you get a pint of Iron City beer?
No.
Nobody should get that.
I was like, he didn't pimp Michigan breweries. He's not going to get an Ironside beer.
But then after I left that, then I went and visited some friends up there in that northern Ohio part of the state. And
Cleveland area?
outside of the Cleveland area. And just
Go
pretty
Tribe.
much had a tabletop weekend. So
Oh, now I'm slightly jealous.
And it was fun. And I enjoyed it.
What did you play? Give me a couple games.
Oh, you know what I played?
But, you
played-
son of a bitch. Jeannie, do you like Ticket to Ride?
I love Ticket to Ride.
Yes, so I love Ticket to Ride. My oldest son loves it. My wife actually likes it too. We always play it. And I went to order the African version because you can do different continents. And it was Heart of Africa?
Heart of Africa.
Heart of Africa edition. And I went to order it, and sorry, we're sold out. Damn it. So I went to reorder it from a different site, and they no longer make it, and it's about $400 to find. Actually, about
Well, I
$80.
don't think you're going to get that then.
Yeah, so Jeff was able to play that, and then he began to taunt me about it.
I only sent a Twitter picture. That's all.
Yeah.
I think that was appropriately done.
No, but my buddy Mike told me they just recently got it. It was in the game store at a local mall, or not.
Maybe you should check out your local game stores.
Yeah, so you should probably
Sons
check
of
that out.
bitches.
Or Mike told me next time he's at the game store, he'll look, and if they get it, he'll pick one up for you.
Oh my god, please do. I always liked him.
I will tell you, I'll go look at my game stores because we have about 4 in the area.
If you find
And I don't
one,
want that game.
If you find it, let me know. Is it fun, Jeff? Is it fun?
Yes, it is fun.
The Heart of Africa one? Okay.
It was fun until I picked more extra routes and found out I don't have enough trains to complete any of them.
Ah.
I'm like, well, that was a bad error on misjudgment on my part.
Did you go through Madagascar and see David Schwimmer as the giraffe?
I did go through Madagascar, but there was no David Schwimmer there.
Did you start singing? I like the way you move it, move it.
No, I did not.
Okay, because that's about the only thing I remember about those god awful films.
And that was the worst part of the film.
Yes. So that's how great the films are. So, Blake, what's your up this week?
I'm getting ready for my Gen Con visit.
Oh, is that this weekend?
Yeah.
Ah, look at you.
Sorry, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, you're going to play Axis and Allies.
Gonna play everything, man.
20 hours worth of moving 6 feet in Axis and Allies.
Yeah. That's about as exciting as it gets,
Oh,
man.
I'm excited.
It's all about intrigue and figuring out what the other person's going to do.
That's right. So Thursday night, we're doing the big bar crawl. Mm-hmm. You know, the play there. So that'd be fun. After playing all day, then go drinking beer.
Okay. And then
That's
Friday?
the best plan ever.
It is. And then, Friday, we're going to play some more games and then probably drink beer. And then Thursday,
Saturday?
we're probably going to people watch, drink beer, and play games.
You mean Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
You come home Sunday?
Yeah, we should totally be friends. That's what I do.
I agree.
It's tough to be friends with Blake. He's not always the nicest to people. Or by people, I mean me.
Have you met Brian? I already have a friend who does that, and I love him dearly.
What's your down this week, Blake?
I've achieved a new low.
Uh-oh. Did you go into the women's dressing room
No.
and start getting naked?
No.
Okay.
How is that a low?
I almost did that again, by the way,
Oh, dear
several
God.
months ago in Columbus.
Do you need glasses?
Because here's what happens. When you work out really hard, I get mentally exhausted, and then I'll go and sit into the sauna, the hot pool. Sauna, the real pool, the hot pool, and then I'll sweat even
Totally
more.
putting one of those in my tiny house.
Yeah, that's good.
It is your tiny
It
house.
is your tiny
I've
house.
got a bed and a sauna.
And
I
then,
need a sauna in my tiny house. Shut up.
and then when you get out, I got to jump in the pool to cool down because my body temperature's spiking, and I'm tired and exhausted. And I got out, and their locker room entrances were reversed from what I normally was used to, and I almost did it again. I go through the door. I take a walk and I step, and all of a sudden I realize everything's opposite of what it should be. And of course, this time there was a girl in a towel down the hallway looking at me. I'm like, ah! Of course I got to do the super animated. Oh my god, I gotta get out of here. You know, like,
Did you get
I'm
maced?
so embarrassed. No,
Oh, okay.
no, I made it out alive.
You know,
so,
if you get maced, you put milk in your eyes, not water.
it was no Porky's shower scene, unfortunately.
Or don't get maced. How about that?
What's the fun in that, Jeannie? Come on. Come on.
It depends what kind of mace you're talking about.
So is that your down this?
Yeah, the big spiky club. I don't want to get that type of mace.
No, that's a Morning Star.
Okay, the big club without the spikes.
Yeah, okay, that's a mace. No, so you do the whole animated like, you get out, and of course, I'm like walking on here. It's like, all right, well, I think this is the last time I'll be in this club in Columbus.
So is that your down this week?
No, my down is I've reached a new low.
What's that?
I've moved into my in-laws' basement.
Oh,
Did you move in there because you sold your house?
Yes.
it's still
See,
funny.
that's a good reason to move into your in-laws' basement.
No, Jeannie, it isn't.
No.
Jeannie.
You don't know my father.
So
I don't know your father-in-law. Should I come down and meet him?
Is that the invitation?
I'll be there tomorrow.
So Blake, are you going to spend the night here in the Bob Studios?
Yeah. No, seriously, he's an all right guy. He just has his quirks, if you can imagine that.
So can I just start calling you Costanza from now on? Hey George, how's it going?
Yeah, you can.
Did they explain how a brawl works? Because that's what his parents did.
No,
on
I
Seinfeld.
know. I don't need to know how bras work because I have a bro.
You got an A cup?
No,
It's a
bro.
man.
Wait, you have
Here.
a bro?
I'm
Like
joking.
you're in
It's this-
college and you're in a
No.
fraternity and you got a bro?
Jeannie is from
I got
Seinfeld.
plenty of bros.
It's the men version of the brawl.
Well, first of all, I never watched Seinfeld, so I don't understand that reference.
Blasphemer. How do you let her on the show?
I don't know. She told me she was coming on. I can't stop her. I tried. She said no. If I wanted
Yeah,
to sleep
see,
with-
I watch a surprising little amount of television, so if that makes you feel better,
Uh-oh. That must have been difficult for your top 5 this week.
well, I just decided to do a different topic.
Damn. Teaser alert.
That makes sense.
So you became Blake this week.
Sometimes they're better.
Hey Blake, we're doing top 5 movies. I did comic strips. Yeah, that makes sense. Good job, Blake. I got Calvin and Hobbes. Nope, that's not it. Jeff, what do you got? Tomatoes and onions. Okay, moving on. Why do we do a top 5? So Blake,
Yes.
so how long do you think you're going to be there? Have you found any houses
as
you like?
soon as I can get out of there.
Okay. Are you going to buy a tiny
seriously,
house?
like moving into a tiny house?
No. That's we're joking about that, of course. No, I'm trying to find a
'cause
house.
I'm not joking about that. I
No.
want to move it. Like Tony's got me up to 600 square feet. That's as big as I'm going.
600 square feet?
So this
Yeah.
is after you get rid of your children?
Yeah, it's when the kids move out. Like Logan's moving out. He's a junior this year, and Leah's in 7th grade, so they'll be gone soon.
She can get a job soon, next year. See ya.
So I did agree that we will wait until the kids move out, but 600 square feet is more than enough room.
Blake has a TV that size. So does your wife like moving back with her parents?
Oh yeah, she's getting a kick out of it because she knows that I'm going to be motivated to find a house to get out.
Finally, he will do what I want him
right.
to do.
Have you looked?
I think that's part of the plan, honestly.
And your daughters are not there, right? Though, because they're in college.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So actually, the timing and everything works out really well. Mm-hmm. You know, Goodwill and St. Vincent de Paul love probably everything I've dropped off in the past 3 months. Lots of dumping of donations and decluttering, and it was a heck of a lot easier with the girls out because they took all their stuff to college, and so the city of Cincinnati probably has a surplus of women's clothing now that's out there on the retread market.
We have a huge garage sale for our subdivision, and it's usually about 100 houses or so that do it.
It surprises me that they open the gates to let people in for that.
Well, it's for 4 hours a weekend, twice a year. It's kind of like Elsa and Anna from Frozen. Open the gates and then
That's
close
right.
them.
They bring in underprivileged children and families from the inner city here.
That didn't happen in Frozen. I'm pretty sure I watched that.
Hey, that's enough about you. I bet they opened the gates and kept them closed for a while.
They let them come through
you
and look at
wanna
things, but
build
they
a
don't let them buy
snowman?
anything. so they can feel superior.
Jeannie, I'm the only good singer on this show. Come on now. But anyways, 3/4
Well,
of
I'm
my...
technically only guest star, so I'm not on the show.
That's true.
I don't know. Once you're a guest, you're part of us.
that's right.
So from
Oh,
now on, you
sweet.
can
I'll be on next week. In 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I'll show up.
You can be
'Cause,
Jeannie
trivia.
from Hobie.
Oh, there you go. Be our guest. Be our guest. No, I have...
Let's do the test.
every time I start Be Our Guest, I think of the Simpsons version, See My Vest. See my
Made
vest.
of real gorilla chest.
See my loafers, former gophers. No, half my basement is filled with crap that we've been trying to get rid of. And last time in spring, we weren't here for the garage sale. This year, it's about a month away, and I cannot wait because I told my wife, and my wife and I both agreed, because we can't stand clutter. We're like, whatever we don't sell is going straight to the women's shelter. Have a good day. We're done. I don't care. I don't care.
I
about
don't think the
anything.
women's shelters wants your clothes.
Well, we have a lot of baby clothes, I meant. And how do you know what I wear on Wednesday nights?
Well, if you dress up like Dr. Frankenfurter, I would like some pictures.
Did you see the episode title from last week? Dungeons and Drag Queens.
You know, Jason on weekends is actually a trans age, and he reverts back to
Oh,
like
excellent.
little girl status.
So I realized
So,
that.
Jeff, I need you to please send me lots and lots of pictures.
I avoid him on those weekends.
Which is when he
Oh,
watches
okay.
like things
God
like
damn it.
Riverdale.
I'm secure myself. I had 3 kids.
You keep
So,
saying
Jason, can you
that. I
please
don't
send
think
me
you
your
are
wife's
secure.
phone number? I need to talk to her.
1-800-HELP-ME.
Jeff, what's your down this week? We're still on up down.
No, we're still on up down. My down is driving through downtown Pittsburgh.
Oh, the bridges.
Well, did you see the bridge that has a bridge over it to catch debris of the bridge above that? Because that's the best way to deal with it.
That's a good description of just the city of Pittsburgh in itself. It just catches
There's a
the
bridge
debris.
with a bridge above it. It's dropping shit. So let's just build something to catch that shit.
Well, I wasn't even complaining about the bridges this time, but
Yeah, I hate driving, so
well, I got confused because I'm driving and I think I'm on a street and I come up to the cross street and the big sign on the cross street says the name of the street I'm on. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, that's not right. And then I went to the next street and the sign said the same street. I'm like, their cross street signs are actually the street signs of the street you're on.
Oh.
It's like, I already know what street I'm on. I don't need to look at that sign. I
He's
need
just
to
like
see
reassuring you.
yeah, you're still on 10th. You're still on 10th. I'm like, no, I
hey,
need
just
to
so you know, you're on 10th.
Still here. 10th. Hey, how's it going, buddy? You're on 10th. That's the longest sign ever.
Yeah, and it's like, I know where I want to go. And I think I figured out how to get there. And I'm like, all right. And I get
You're
to
wrong. You have it.
yeah, I get to the street and there's no left turn. And I'm like,
I'll show them.
I should have. I then drove around for 10 more minutes until I got to go around 4 more blocks until I finally
And
found it.
I've seen you get angry driving, so I could only imagine. Did you avoid Pittsburgh getting assaulted by Ben Roethlisberger, allegedly?
Allegedly, I did.
Good.
He does like raping people.
Allegedly, Jeannie, you can't say that.
I'm a girl. I can say that.
Okay. Allegedly, he was found.
Allegedly, he likes raping people.
There you go.
Anyways, down the hall. My down this week is just idiots. I'm tired of. Oh my god, I don't know. I'm not going to go into video. I don't know where our country's going. I'm scared. I want to go to New Zealand. I'm done. I'm just scared. Montana looks great. I'm still looking at the diner for sale in Montana.
That's still part of this
Well,
country.
is Montana really part of the country? I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
it is a part of this country.
Says
It's
you.
part of the 50 states, not even like a territory.
Yeah, if you said Guam,
it's part of
maybe
the
I could
original,
understand.
I'm not going to
the
Guam.
original country.
Guam's getting destroyed. I'm not going to Guam.
Guam's probably the worst place to be right now.
Not Detroit. No, not Detroit. Guam.
Detroit is awesome.
If we do have any listeners in Guam,
We do.
We do.
We do.
good luck.
Well, you know, there is a base there, isn't there?
There's several.
Yes.
It's all about that bass. Oh, yeah. Treble.
Fuck off.
Jeannie, what's your down?
That's true. They could be in Detroit.
Detroit is
My
worse.
down is Ohio's redesign for mental health that has stuck me with 105 clients when I should have 55.
Hooray!
Yeah, so fuck you.
So there's a lot more crazier people than originally estimated?
No, they didn't hire anyone because redesign was happening. And they didn't know what redesign was going to look like because government doesn't tell you until it happens.
And these are the
that's
people that we
nothing.
want in control of our health care.
Yes. I'm okay with, we're not going down the hall. So,
You know, healthcare is a lot more difficult than they thought to redesign it. I was shocked.
Mr. Edwards, you need a lobotomy. What?
lobotomies are great. Just stay still. I got an ice pick.
I always wanted to reshape my ass.
Yeah, no, my employer didn't hire anyone because they didn't know what was going on with the redesign and didn't want to hire someone that they'd have to fire, which is nice. But we lost like 20 people and nobody was hired for 6 months. And then they were like, we're not going to do redesign until January.
Did they go off into the woods? Did you find the people?
Free.
Just resort to military medicine. So here, just take 2 ibuprofen.
I think Jeannie's breaking up here.
Are you there, Jeannie?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. There we go. There we
Maybe.
go. There we go.
Yeah, that's my down. Fuck you, Ohio.
Wow.
But you work here.
Yep.
You
you
know
go.
what my up this week is? People that live in Michigan that come to Ohio for taxes. Thanks, Jeannie.
You're welcome.
Let's see here.
I to see NASCAR this weekend, which was an interesting experience.
What's NASCAR?
They drove around in circles.
Did someone turn left? Please tell me someone turned left.
Always to the
all
left.
the time.
Oh.
Now
Did someone
they-
turn right? Because that's the best.
Now they actually
Dale
had,
Earnhart.
No.
they actually had Mid Ohio. They had a big race in Mid Ohio this weekend. That's actually like a Formula track where they actually turn right.
I like
And
Formula
left.
One racing a lot better than NASCAR. I like watching that.
Open wheel racing.
Yeah.
I went for free. So it was an interesting experience.
Oh, okay.
That's good. Hey, what I also wanted to talk about, Jeff, you actually found a news article on countryliving.com.
Okay.
Do you remember we were talking about the tipping, the
Oh,
The
yes, the
lawsuits.
Cheesecake Factory.
yes, the lawsuit against Cheesecake Factory for misleading people on tips.
This is the lifestyle segment of Hobie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So once again, we're on the cutting edge of all this stuff
We are.
because we complained about it several weeks ago about the bullshit
What is the
receipt that I
problem
got.
with the tipping?
The recommendation for tips, and like at the bottom will be like 15, 18, 20%, or sometimes it'll be even like 15, 20, 25. And I was at this establishment not named Cheesecake Factory, not normally the B-dub tray that I do my pre-warm-ups with.
No.
No. It was a different restaurant, and they gave me a receipt at the bottom of it. It says, recommended tips. And I looked at it, and me being the smart mathematical guy that I am, I said, hey, wait a minute. Did something change about tipping? Are we tipping now on after tax? Because I was always taught that tipping was on the before tax, but the numbers that they gave you were based on post-tax, and that actually has led to a class action lawsuit against Cheesecake Factory because
Well, also,
they're misleading people who can't do math because we're Americans.
Well, I'm sorry. If you can't figure out what 20% is, you're a moron.
Well, before tax or after tax?
Yeah, either.
Well,
You
also-
can figure out 20% before tax, after tax. It's really easy.
what Cheesecake Factory was also doing was people with getting their checks split up amongst people.
Yeah, in large groups.
Like
Yeah.
large groups, they would say, okay, you owe this much, but the recommended tip was on the total table.
Yeah.
So,
Then those people are idiots.
oh yeah, I saw
course.
the picture of it where it's like, oh, your portion of the bill came to $40. We recommend you tip $16.
Yeah. Or
And she did.
more. Yeah, and they do. But even tonight at the alternate establishment I was at tonight, because the B-dub tray is under renovation, by the way.
What?
Oh.
Just in case you needed to know. Mm-hmm. All right. So I went to an alternate location again, different place than I was before, and
Waffle House.
they did not give you a subtotal. They totaled up your drinks, they totaled up your food, and then they put tax, and then they gave your total. And
Okay.
they did not give you a subtotal on your bill.
But how much tax is that?
I'm really good at adding and subtracting.
I'm not.
I'm
That's the
very
problem.
excellent
Yeah.
at adding and subtracting.
So I found it interesting again, knowing that we complained about this several
Yes.
weeks ago, and then the class action lawsuit that Jeff found online at Country Living, and then I'm at another establishment. They don't even give you the subtotal. They just
Yeah.
they just throw in the tax and give you a grand total. It's like they're
I'm
trying to
more
milk you
interested
again out of
in
more
why
money.
Jeff was online on Country Living.
Who isn't?
It was an article that popped up on Facebook.
And Jeannie,
okay.
he misspelled something else and typed in country by mistake.
Wow. Cunty Living?
I'm trying to figure out what word Jason was going for.
Thank you, Jeannie, for getting that.
No, he was trying to look up living in Scotland.
Oh,
Aha!
anyways, moving on. Did you guys like Game of Thrones this week?
Hell yeah!
Loved it.
It was all right.
Oh, Jeannie, you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not going to be able to help you on Preacher, but I watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So
Go ahead and
anyways,
talk. I'll be back.
Gilly drops the bomb that everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah, that bothers me.
Why does it bother you?
Well, it's like this is the first time you ever hear annulment as something that's even in this culture.
That's true.
You never heard of anybody else in the history of Westeros having an annulment, and now it's allowed.
Yeah.
So that bothered me. That and apparently
Yeah.
about the only thing that made it a sham wedding in anything else was we never consummated it. Where obviously Rhaegar and what's her name consummated their marriage because they had 2 children.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Wait, hold
you're
on a
allowed to
second.
annul it.
You said 2 children?
Yes.
Let's talk about
His first wife,
Henry
the one
VIII
who's-
and how he
who was
annulled his
annulled.
wedding.
Oh, from Door. Yeah, okay. The 2 children, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ilya or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Ilya
The
Martell.
Martell.
Yeah. So you shouldn't be able to annul that after they've been married for years and they had 2 children. And yeah, I just annulled it in secret. And I'm like, no, that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Well, it was an arranged marriage.
Yeah, every marriage in Westeros is an arranged marriage.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, you're right. The
So
whole.
you were annoyed by that, is what you're saying.
I was annoyed by that. Yes.
Get over it.
Okay.
All right. So Daenerys and Jon Snow, they're going to bump or what?
I don't know. She was getting-
What do you mean by bump?
You know, nudge, wink, wink.
You know what I mean? You know what
Know
I
what I
mean?
mean? Know what I mean?
She was
I.
giving more googly eyes to Jorah than John.
Yeah, but that was
100%
really.
with you, Jeff. That is not. I mean, she was making googly eyes at Jorah, not John.
Nah, she was. I
He's
think she was
respecting
giving
him as a king, not as I want to fuck your brains out.
Well, that's the way I interpret it.
Well, you are wrong.
You know, no wonder I had such a hard time.
No wonder I couldn't find anyone in college.
I know that there was kind of like a sweet tender moment between her and Jorah. However, I did think that she was like lusting longingly at Jon Snow, and I think I was reading other people's talking about and reviews that they felt the same way that I did when I was watching the episode live in Vive. I was like, yeah, man, that's some good heavy leering.
I
Back
didn't
and
see
forth.
leering. I saw the fact like when John took off his glove to touch the dragon, he's the first person besides her to touch that
and
dragon,
that's
and
when
that was more awe.
That
it wasn't,
was when
man,
she was
I wanna
leering
get down
more
on my
at
knees
him.
and blow you. It was,
She was
holy
like,
shit, you're touching my dragon.
my child Drogon likes you.
Yes.
And that's just made her warm inside.
No, it didn't make her warm inside at all.
Okay.
Not in a sexual sense.
I'll have to say, maybe if Amelia
No, I
Clark
meant all
was
tingly.
a better actress, maybe she could have portrayed all those feelings you're talking about.
I saw it all in her
But-
face.
But
Nah.
she's not
No,
quite there yet.
that's his aunt. They can't bone. No,
They
that's
are
gross. Now I know we've had
cousins.
brothers and
Yeah,
sisters,
they
but those are bad guys. Bad guys.
They're cousins.
Yeah, aunt and nephew.
It's aunt and nephew.
I want to see a family tree chart. I disagree.
All right, well you
Her
can Google it because they
brother
have
was
a ton of
Rhaegar,
them.
His father was Rhaegar. There we go. Brother, father, meaning.
That's
aunt and
why one
nephew.
of the dragons is named Rhaegar. It's after her brother, which is
Drogon.
why John is going to ride Rhaegar.
The other dragon.
Yeah.
She's got 3. One of them is Rhaegal, named after Rhaegar, her brother, who is Jon's father.
That's right.
And then after the guy who got his face melted by gold.
Yeah.
And he was a dick, so that's fine.
What an
All right,
asshole.
I will excuse myself and begin looking at the family tree.
All right. So anything else
Come
from
back.
Game of Thrones we want to talk about?
I think it's great that all those guys are together at Eastwatch now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm super excited the bastard came back.
yeah, exactly, that too. And then, of course, I also like the fact that Cersei, she's an evil woman.
She is an evil woman.
Think she's pregnant, or you think she's manipulating Jamie?
She's pregnant and she's going to die.
She's going to manipulate Jamie.
I thought she was manipulating Jamie, but
And then she
I've
threatens
talked to
him.
other people who think, yeah, she's pregnant, whether she has the child or dies
She won't.
before.
The witch told her 3 children.
Yeah, I know. Which they already ruined because in like the second episode, she talked about a child she had with Robert who lived like 2 weeks and then died. So the show already ruined that.
It did.
That was my thought too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was your fault, Jason.
So they went to First Watch. I love that place.
Fuck off.
Really? You like First One?
Yeah, but I just like how Genie just yelled at me to fuck off. What the hell?
Oh, I do have to say, I was very impressed by the new, the beginning when they showed Eastwatch in the opening titles. I went, oh, Eastwatch looks kind of cool.
Get the crepes.
Because it was a new one. Oh, you want to talk about your chocolate chip crepes you made on vacation?
Shut up. Anyways, moving on.
So I do watch Preacher and I'm super behind. So please don't talk about it.
That's right, I am too. So anyways,
Okay.
we're not going to talk about Preacher this week.
Perfect.
Next week we will. Blake, be ready for Preacher next week. I'm all excited. Good talk, Rip Freak. Okay, moving on. Let's do some listener feedback. Blake, you want to take this away? No? Nothing?
No, he's still trying to look up the family tree.
Okay.
He really doesn't believe
What
us.
about t-shirts?
All right, so Daenerys is actually sister to Rhaegar.
Yes.
Which is what we said.
I thought they were cousins.
No, they're siblings.
All right.
Well, Jeannie, we do have T-shirts, and if you would come to the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 22nd through 24th, you may actually play...
Already own one.
Well, I know, but you could win extra. Because it's a big deal. We have a table at the Cincinnati Comic Expo this year.
Nice.
We're listed
I won't
as
be there.
exhibitors, you know, a fan table, whatever. It doesn't matter. We got a table. We'll be there. We'll be podcasting all weekend. And so there you go. And
I'm actually going to be in Cleveland that weekend.
well, you suck. Anyways,
I'm sorry. It's the
just
other state. You've got 3 C's. I'm going to be in one of them, just not yours.
you know what, Jeannie?
That's what she
I'll
said.
just take your quote here. Fuck you. Anyways, moving on. Yes, but if you stop by, we'll be having trivia. We got tons of trivia. We got prizes to give away. We got, if you're a cosplayer or hell, if you just have something to talk about, come sit by, walk by our show. You could be on it. So there you go. Jeff, you excited?
Very much so.
There you go. Blake, you excited? It's your anniversary weekend with your wife, too.
Oh, shit.
But you're still there. Ha ha.
Your
Is it
wife
really
loves
your
you so
anniversary?
much.
Man, really? It is?
I don't know.
I'm in trouble.
That's right. Oh, come on down there and go out to dinner afterwards. We got some British blokes coming in there. 365 Flicks.
Yeah, we got some wankers.
G'day, mate!
Hello, Vicar. Hey, we're on nerdly.co.uk.
Yes, we are. G'day, Vicar! That's a cheeky cunt. Anyway,
It's a Queen
All I
C word.
want is the room somewhere.
Wait a minute.
I'm just going to sing all the answers.
That was close to a British sound. That's not allowed.
Well, it's My Fair Lady.
Oh, God.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the
Mainly
plain.
on the plane.
Dear God. Blake,
I'm
could,
super excited. You guys are going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Con, and next year we'll
Expo.
come see you. But we're going to be in Cleveland, so sorry.
I get that wrong all the time, too. Jamie, don't worry
I was
about it.
thinking CCC Cleveland, and I went there.
but we're excited. We are excited about it.
I'm very excited for you. That's really awesome that you guys are going to be able to do that.
Yes, so we can look like bigger asses in front of a lot more people. 40,000 people, it's great. Don't mind us.
Ah, you guys are used to it. It's no problem.
It's true. Blake, would you like to do some listener feedback?
Have we saved an episode yet? And we're going to kick off listener feedback with this guy,
A-Pans?
Doug.
Oh, Doug.
Yeah, he says, Will... Oh, wait, hold on. That's Dev.
That's Doug. He's up top.
Riverdale.
Yeah,
There
but
you
he
go.
started rating Dev.
Riverdale is a 6-time winner at the Teen Choice Awards. Thoughts?
Amazing.
Now, I got my thought.
Right?
Fuck
It's
you.
right up there with Jason's 13-year-old girl demographic.
If you
I really
see-
don't want to watch stuff that is geared towards a 12-year-old.
It is not,
So I'm
Jeannie.
good without watching it.
Stop it.
I think Jason is a 13-year-old girl because he likes watching those shopping networks.
He does.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Right, and he likes Spice
I really,
Girls.
really want a Zigga pie.
Oh, yeah.
If you see all the crap that has won Teen Choice Awards in the past, you would not consider this an honor.
I'll be honest, it's the Teen Choice Awards is even below the MTV Movie Awards.
They are.
Yeah, I will give you that. Is
They're,
this
they're
one that-
below the Nickelodeon Kids Awards.
Yeah, because the Nickelodeons, at least you get surfboards.
I
And
think
they-
it's slimed.
Slimed.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, you get slimed on MTV, but it's a different type. Anyways.
Jason, I have never watched Riverdale, and I never will.
You
Good.
know what? This is why I wanted Tony on the show.
He was on your show.
I know, I wanted him back. He would watch it.
Does Tony watch
No, he
Riverdale?
wouldn't.
There you go.
He watches less TV than I do.
Maybe he would hate watch it.
You know what? I feel pretty proud that we started with a lot of people watching Riverdale at the beginning of the year, and now it's me. And I think A-Pan's wife. So that's good.
Okay.
Nikki watches it.
And Nikki, that's right.
Scab
Nikki.
Chef.
So 3 people
Scab
out
Jeff.
of the hundreds that started it.
Yes.
That means that you're excited.
Scab Jeff is in there too, so that's
No,
4.
he's not.
Oh, 4.
No, Scab Jeff has already stopped.
Stop it. No, he didn't. Anyways.
Those are numbers that you should be proud of.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep going, Blake.
Next from Dev, he says, will Victor be arrested for killing Deimos? Does anyone still watch Days of Our Lives?
I know.
Yes.
I have a client that does. I'm not allowed to call her from 12:30 to 1:30 because she is watching Days of Our Lives.
And
believe it's still
she's
on.
a mental health recipient of your services?
Yes.
There you go.
Did they change the hours of Days of Our Lives? I always thought it was 1 to 2.
Well, I don't know. That's when I'm not allowed to call her. That's the show she watches. I'm assuming that's when it's on.
She watches Family Feud and then half of Days of Our Lives. She doesn't like the ending. That's all she does.
I must say, I did watch it a
Hey,
little bit.
you're right. The first 30 minutes are all the reveals from the last episode.
You would
Then
think
you can watch the next 30 minutes and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. Okay, I'm done.
tomorrow I'm really going to watch the whole thing. Damn it! I feel like the soap operas, you know, they keep canceling them. You think they could update their sets to not look like such bad sets? Like
You know, they could also update Susan Lucci.
she tried.
Or she could just die.
Oh, jeez.
Have you seen the new Progressive insurance commercials where they're they're actually pretty funny.
Is
And
Susan
Susan
Lucci in
Lucci is in them.
Wow.
With
She's
Flo.
the one that couldn't win a daytime
Yes.
award, right?
For
Yeah, she
longest,
was nominated like
longest of time.
30,000 times and won it once.
Yes.
Fucking Steve Harvey has 18 of them. You couldn't fucking give it to Susan Lucci more than once? Fuck
She
him.
didn't earn it.
Oh, like Steve Harvey has. I'm just going to look funny. Here's my suit.
Let's talk to you about Whoopi.
Oh,
Where's the
Whoopi.
funniest place you guys have ever had Whoopi?
Oh, Jumping Jack Flash.
In
Oh,
the
Whoopi
butt?
Goldberg you're not talking about. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Nobody should ever have Whoopi.
You have to finish this question because I have an answer.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what's your answer?
No, the next
Do
question.
dragons have
Oh,
nipples?
see, I thought you were talking about Days of Our Lives.
Oh, no, I answered that already.
And yes, he
Yes,
will be
I know.
arrested.
But anyways, this is an interesting question from Dev, because he is the Psy guy. So I thought he would...
That's the side guy.
Yes. So I'm thinking he's placing this here as kind of like, you know, baiting us. Because I think he already knows the answer. He just wants to know what we're going to say. But
Oh,
he
I got a
wants to
great
know,
answer.
do dragons have nipples?
Yes or no?
Jeannie said she had an answer, so
I'm waiting.
So New Holland does dragon's milk.
So good.
And you can go to New Holland and get a flight of dragons. It's all of their specialty dragon's milk. So obviously dragons have nipples.
They lactate.
Now, I've been to the Dragon
Delicious,
Mead.
delicious beer.
Yeah, I've been to the Dragon Mead Brewery.
That's not the same place.
But they have a good meat and cheese tray.
But the answer is no.
So they have a good charcuterie tray?
Yes.
You can't say that on the air.
Fuck no, you can't. but the right answer is no. Dragons do not have nipples.
No, the correct answer is yes.
Yes. We have talked about this.
That's where
Jeez.
dragon's milk comes from.
So almonds have nipples because that's where almonds milk comes from.
No, it's very hard being a vegan to
Soy
milk
has
the almonds, okay?
nipples.
You don't understand how hard it is to be a vegan, to get up in the morning and milk the almonds.
You're right.
It's a very trying time.
I have nipples. Can you milk me?
Fucker.
Fucking De Niro.
So I think dragon's milk is actually milk made from dragons, not by dragons.
Oh, no. You're
No,
wrong.
it's by dragons for dragons.
Jeff, you want to come to Holland with me and we can drink them together and have this conversation?
I will put a what do you call it?
Asterisk.
An asterisk. A
pin in it?
Thank you. A pin.
You're welcome.
What about a nipple?
Anyways,
I won't
moving
put a
on.
pin in the nipple.
Let's go to Daddy Waffle. This is just for
Anyways, moving on to Daddy Waffle.
Oh, yeah.
He says, this is for Jeannie.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a two-parter, okay? So you gotta get to... First one is, what's your opinion of Point Break 1991? This is
Well, it's the only
this is
Point
important.
Break I saw. I didn't see the remake. And I watched
Remake
it
was
and went,
better.
I never need to see that again. And because the acting is horrible.
Oh.
I've thrown the towel in, Daddy Waffle.
Daddy Waffle wants to know why.
That sounds like that really bad song. Daddy Waffle, where are you? Here I am, how about you?
I think you're making that up.
No, it's an annoying song that my kid plays on YouTube all the time.
Daddy Waffle?
No, it's not Daddy Waffle, but Daddy Finger. Daddy Finger, where are you?
I was thinking it sounded like, where is Thumbkin? Where is Thumbkin? Where is Thumbkin?
Daddy
Here
Finger
I am.
sounds like a
Here I
pedophile
am.
rhyme.
All right, moving
sick.
on.
That actually sounds like Frere Jacques.
Frere
It is.
Jacques,
It's in the same
Frere
song.
Jacques, where
Are
are
we going to sing
you?
the French version now?
I would if I knew French.
Ah.
You got to practice more. Just start kissing people.
Frere
Yeah.
Jacques.
And why is it Sonny and his Tina? I don't understand that.
Summer la matina, ding ding dong.
Ding, ding, dong.
Semolina Pilcher?
Yes,
Dripping from a dead dog's eye? I know that song.
exactly.
I like that version better. From Pam Morris regarding a couple weeks ago. How the fuck can you so badly screw up a game of Fuck, Marry, Kill? Oh my god, I was dying.
Okay.
We had some difficulty with the rules of FMK. Well, apparently we don't understand the concepts of FMK.
Do you understand the concept of this, Genie?
Yes. It's fuck, marry, kill. So if you fuck someone, that's
Only
the only
once.
person you're fucking.
Only
if
once.
you marry them, you are companions for life. They're
But you're
someone
not-
that
but
you
you're
want
not-
to be friends with.
but
And
you're
if
not
you
doing
kill
the
them,
F.
that's self-explanatory. But you don't get to fuck your marry.
What? You don't get to fuck your Mary?
No.
No.
Oh, well,
See?
There's no fucking marry.
that's
You
I've
only
got
fuck
Jesus.
fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't understand why. I mean, we got some criticism on, I think just today on the Facebook page. Someone was talking about, I don't want to be sharing my bed with no guy. And I'm like,
Well,
whoever said being married means sharing your bed with someone has anything to do with being married or not?
I was like, most of the people that I know have separate beds, and I mourn for them.
Really?
Really? I would.
Yeah, like a lot of my married friends actually have their own room
Why?
because they like their space
Because
and they
you
don't want to
can?
sleep with their spouse.
That's fine if it works for them. It's just, I've seen that happen a lot
Well,
more people.
they were brought up on 1950s.
Ozzy and Harriet.
1950s
Well, they're not sleeping in
sitcom.
twin-size beds. Like, they have their own, like, suite. Like, this is my bed, my room, my suite. And you go into your room, and when we need to have sex, I'll come get you.
Back in the old days, all the royalty in the upper class, they all had their own rooms.
Well, it made
It was
it
the poor
easier to
people.
have mistresses.
It was the poor people who had to share beds because they only had one bed for the whole family.
That's where all that bundling comes from.
Yes.
Bundling.
I have no clue what he means. I was just agreeing.
I don't have a clue what you mean by bundling.
Well, you can Google
Like,
it.
I'm bundling my internet and my cable system?
It's kind of a spin-off from it, yeah.
I'm bundling all my
okay.
insurance.
Yeah.
I may have
I
the wrong
actually have-
word in mind. I've been known to have wrong
I feel like
words.
serial killers
Those are
bundle
bundling.
people.
No, so back in the day, you know, when you were your pioneers and everybody was in the same room, if you had a young man or a young daughter and you're all sleeping in the same room, in order to ensure that they weren't screwing around,
You would bind them.
bundle them.
Okay.
Okay.
So right now it's bundling.
It's binding.
Until I'm proven wrong.
I think she
Jeannie
just proved you wrong.
Jeannie just proved you wrong. That is the quickest correction ever.
And back in the days, if you had a young man and
Would
a
you
young
stop
woman
it? No.
Yes.
and you wanted them to mate, you would bundle them.
Well, you don't want
They're
them
not
to
in
mate.
a
That's why you
zoo.
bind them.
They're not pandas in a zoo.
And in the darkness, bind them.
You're like, we'll just spread some honey on this part, and hopefully they figure out what to do.
Time out. I want to know what part of honey is going to be spread on. The male or the female?
Both.
Yes.
And the male bee stinger.
I don't think you can do that.
female bee's flower.
Move on to some better abs.
Yeah, let's move on to the. Whoa, hold on. Yes?
No, I'm
Jeannie?
done.
Okay, good. It's kind of hard sometimes when you have people on Skype because you can't get the nonverbal clues that they're done speaking or if they want to say something.
I feel like you just
Did I ring a bell? Bing, bing.
I feel like you almost went German. That's tough on Skype.
Up on Skype.
We're gonna have to do it like walkie-talkies, where you go before and after you say anything.
Over.
Click. Click. Yes.
Are you
click.
there?
189 episodes
Over.
in, and we just learned Skype.
Yes.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
No, go away, Margaret.
Are they bundling Margaret?
Why am I bleeding?
Can we
Well,
do
she's
that?
hoping she gets boobs, so it's okay.
Let's do some Hobie's Major League Baseball
You know,
draft.
you've got Heno. Oh, you're not. He's on.
Oh, you gave me an up-to-date outline,
How does
Jason.
Hobie like the new First Lady of Space Violence hairstyle?
Yeah, Hannah's not on this.
The intern put a new one out right before we went to air. We like it.
This is what I deal with, Jeannie.
So do you know why I dyed my hair?
Why did you dye your hair?
I don't even
Because
know what
I'm
your hair
going-
looks like.
Well, I had light brown hair, medium brown hair, and I got it dyed blonde.
In a beehive?
No.
You sound like a person that would have a beehive hairdo.
I'm going to try not to be offended by that.
I don't know how you can not be.
Okay.
I'm a hillbilly. I gotcha.
Okay.
No, I dyed it blonde because I'm getting ready for Halloween because I do everything like 130%.
Jason,
And I'm
agree
going
with
to be Pam from Archer from Halloween.
Oh.
So I need blonde hair. I can't do it with brown hair. So I got it dyed blonde.
Are you as Pam? You're going to look a lot better as Pam from Archer than Jeff did the one year. He went as Dexter, and he ended up looking like Peter Griffin.
Well, he could have just said that he was Peter Griffin.
He did at the end.
Well, I look like Peter Griffin as Dexter.
Yes, that's true.
There you go. It was an really, really, really like in-depth costume.
Yes. Every year I look like Peter Griffin as whatever I'm dressed as.
Oh, okay.
Well, for Halloween,
I have someone who's gonna paint the tattoo on my back. I'm gonna go as Fight Club Pam. So I've got the little white beater and the little pants and the fighting gloves, and gonna have someone put a black eye on me with makeup, not actually punch me in the face. So I had to dye my hair so I can get it the right color.
I go 150, 130, whatever percent for Halloween decorations. And in our subdivision, I'm the only one with a scary house. And we have a lot of little kids in the subdivision. And each year I try to beat how many kids run past my house.
So they don't have to come see you?
Yes.
Okay.
Last year we were at 7. I think I can top that this year.
So we live in the country and have never handed out candy.
Well, our subdivision is in the country. It's a little bit farther
Yeah.
out. So we have a lot. So I'm Every year, I kind of up it a little bit more and more. Every year, I wait for the HOA association to come to me and say, you kind of need to stop that. So.
Excuse me, sir. We are going to have to ask you to tone down your decorations, please.
Yes.
Rule
Yeah,
number
we haven't
one.
never handed out candy. My son is 16.
Rule
I
number
love it.
one in buying a house: no HOA.
Well, that's your rule.
It is my rule. That's why I just said it.
We did have
My
a
number
choice.
one in buying a house under 600 square feet.
Under $600.
Our subdivision is ridiculous, Jeannie. We handed out over 900 pieces of candy last year.
So my daughter is still young enough to go trick or treating because I have a solid rule. Like, I wanted to be 6th grade, you're done. And my husband talked me into 8th. So you have until 8th grade for trick or treating, and then you're done. No more trick or treating. You're done. So Leah's still young enough to go trick or treating. She's only in 7th grade this year.
Okay.
And we go to my parents' subdivision, and they hand out king-size candy bars.
I'm going there.
I'll go there. Jeez.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I also have a rule that you have to pick out 30 pieces of candy because that's all you need. Now 30 king-size candy bars is way too much candy.
Well, here's my kid, diabetes.
Exactly.
So you're
So
saying
a candy bar is 3, so you can pick out, 10, and you're
Okay.
done.
So you're saying you just go to 10 houses and quit?
No, she will go through the whole subdivision. Like, she hits all of them. So she gets about, let's say, like 500 candy bars.
Crap,
She picks out the 10 she wants, and then we give away the other ones.
So you're teaching her socialism early.
Down the hall.
No. I'm going to say socialism, you have to give away all that you earn.
Oh,
Jesus.
Well,
Give
you
them
have
a
to
little
make
bit.
it even so that everyone has the same amount.
Oh, I'm sorry, social democracy.
Oh, okay.
Down the hall.
We have to go down the hall.
Can we do the
But
Hobie
So
I mean,
you're basically
Piece of
punishing her
candy a
for
day
her
is more
efforts.
than
Is
enough for someone who isn't allowed
basically you're punishing her for her efforts based on a non-ridiculous, non-scientific, ridiculous assumption that 30 is all she needs, and you got to give the rest away because it's not fair.
I'm forcing her to realize that sugar is addictive and bad for you, and you shouldn't eat it.
That is correct.
Blake.
That is what I'm teaching her.
So, Jeannie, let me give you this visual. Blake looks like a political commentary guy on the radio because he's in a polo shirt. He's got his
I'm pretty sure
headphones
Blake
on.
is my new best friend.
And he is like getting all heated, and you could just tell he looks like Rush Limbaugh if Rush Limbaugh did a lot more coke.
Oh, man.
Allegedly.
I was going to say, should I just start throwing pills at him? We'll be fine.
Allegedly.
Doesn't look like Rush Limbaugh.
There was no
He looks like half
allegedly
of
about
Rush
that.
Limbaugh.
Half of
All right, down the hall. Let's move on.
We're doing a Hobie draft. You pick your two best players at each position in baseball. This week we're doing center fielders. The intern forgot to change that. We're not doing shortstop. That was
shortstops last week.
We've had a lot of people respond to this. We got a spreadsheet. So if you would like to do this, send it to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. But the rule is that the players have to have played during your lifetime. Ape Hands, Doug. For center field, he has Willie Mays and Cesar Geronimo. And he quotes, "Water covers 2/3 of the earth. Cesar Geronimo covers the other third." Captain Admiral Kirk. He has a couple different weeks in here. He has Marble Ann Wilkinson. He has Jose Martinez, the Angels' second baseman. Tanner Boyle, the shortstop from Bad News Bears. Isuro Kamikaze Tanaka from Major League Two. For center field, Benny the Jet Rodriguez and Max the Hammer Du Bois from Mr. Baseball. Randall Holt, RJ Holt, 666.
I heard that.
Yes. Has center field, it has Griffey Jr. and Eric Davis on my homer pick, but I loved Eric Davis. And Besotted Geek had Alex Rodriguez and Jay Bell for the third baseman. Or shortstop, I'm sorry, for shortstop. For center field, Ken Griffey Jr. and Andy Van Slyke.
Yes.
Jeff, who is your center field?
My center field is Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay.
and Kirby Puckett.
Kirby Puckett.
And
That's what he
with
said.
apologies to, oh crap, no, I forgot his name. The Angel center fielder.
Trout.
Mike Trout, who probably by the end of his career will
Yes.
pass Puckett, but as of now, Puckett and
Okay.
Griffey.
I'm going... Blake, who's your picks?
I can't talk right now.
Okay. I am going with Griffey Jr., and I am going with Mike Trout. Or not Mike Trout. I'm sorry, Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds. So I know he's a Cardinal. I don't like Cardinals, but they make tasty dinner. But yeah, I'm going with Jim Edmonds. He was an
Cardinals
angel.
do
first.
not make a tasty dinner.
Well, it depends. You gotta defeather them.
So you want something smaller than a squab. Gotcha. You like tiny things.
I thought he meant like the
Don't judge.
the high priests of the Catholic Church cook them good dinner is what I thought he meant.
I'm totally judging.
Don't you judge. Since Blake's a little busy, I'll do the corrections for him. Captain
What
Admiral.
is Blake doing?
I don't want to know. I
I do. That's why I asked.
I'm doing my. I thought I would do my Clash of Clans attack during
You
the
are playing Clash.
Major League Baseball draft.
You son of a bitch.
My center fielder is cricket.
There you go.
Cricket.
Anyways,
Good.
got correction starting from Captain Admiral Kirk.
Oh, Captain.
He says Kenya is in the continent of Africa.
Not California.
Whatever.
Who said Kenya? What?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Last
'cause
week I said he went to Kenya, California. I think that's where it was.
Oh, we all know
Okay.
where Kenya is because that was where Obama was born.
Down the hall.
But anyways, Captain Admiral Kirk says, I would send GPS, but not sure flyover states have that yet.
So you're saying Obama is Californian?
Exactly.
Okay. But Hillary still didn't win, right?
No.
Okay.
Moving on.
Next one from Besotted Geek. Tell Blake the Dothraki Horde used time travel. Damn you! Besotted Geek!
You love time travel, don't you?
No.
Time travel is the best.
Thank
you.
Laziest authorship technique ever.
Have you met George
Yeah.
Lucas?
He
It's
didn't
a
do
pretty-
time travel.
No, he
This is
should have
pretty neat.
actually.
Game and gap.
I think everybody really wants to know about Darth Vader as a kid.
No, we don't.
Like there is worse things than time travel.
Like
Herpes.
what other lazy writing? What? Yeah, herpes is one. But but you
Herpes
can't
is
write
really
with
not
herpes.
that bad, you guys.
What other lazy writing technique is there worse than
When you
time
take
travel?
a story that's already been told and you write it as a, in quotation, a news story.
Well, that's all of Hollywood, and we know that's all full of
Super
shit.
lazy.
So
It is.
So you're talking
You're right.
about Star Wars Episode 7.
That's right, because all it is
That's
is
when
a
I left
rehash
that
of
and I was like,
episode
I was
4.
really unsatisfied. That was not what I was hoping for.
It was not like Snickers.
No.
It really didn't sound.
It wasn't like a... No, I'm going to stop. Never mind.
Blake,
I just
are you
drink my beer.
hangry?
Huh?
Are you hangry?
No,
You're
I've
not
had,
you when you're hangry.
I've had plenty of Washington sweet cherries.
Okay.
We can tell by the amount of pits in the bowl.
And about dings.
Has better cherries than Washington,
Yes,
Michigan.
I've had cherries from Michigan.
They're amazing.
What was
yeah,
her
she
name?
was.
What was her name? You beat me to it, Jeff.
He told you her name was Cherry.
She's my cherry pie.
Don't.
I've asked, what color hair did she have?
Did the
Red.
drapes match the curtains?
That would have been
Did it work?
Did the drapes match the curtains?
Now after.
But what if there is no carpet?
You should go to jail.
Anyway,
Hardwood.
that's not what I meant. All right, listener reviews from the Pop Culture Cafe podcast. I got to see the first 4 episodes of The Defenders. I am very excited to see the last 4.
How the fuck did he get to see the first 4 episodes of The Defenders? They don't release until the 18th.
He's Canadian. He gets all this stuff free. Actually, he has inside sources. He's a bastard.
Highly recommend you
jealous.
guys watch when on. See, you
Will
don't have to
do.
tease. See, when it's on, you guys should watch it.
Positive is I have 30 minutes left of Luke Cage, and I will finish it by tomorrow.
Have
So
you
you
watched
watched-
Iron Fist?
You watched 30 minutes since the last time we talked.
Yes, I fell asleep last night.
Ethan, you can't watch Defenders until you watch all of them.
Fuck Iron Fist.
You have what?
Well,
Iron Fist is awesome.
He's only 5 episodes into Jessica Jones.
You don't know that.
Jessica!
Although Speaking of Jessica Jones and the fact that David Tennant
I
was in that,
love fucking David Tennant.
did you see? I just saw today. I think I even sent you guys a
They're
link to
bringing
it.
him back for the next season.
No, that wasn't it. They're
Well, they are.
well, that-
Casting in a new.
he was cast in
Yes.
a television adaptation of
Oh, Bad
Good
Omens?
Omens.
What is Bad Omens?
Good Omens.
What is that?
It is a book.
I'm sorry, my dog came in.
Come
Come on,
that-
out.
Good Omens is a book written
Be
by
right back, guys.
Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman.
Okay.
It's about an angel and a demon trying to stop the end of the world.
Okay.
And it was a fantastic book. And I could definitely see it was David Tennant and now I forgot the other guy they cast. But they should do
He's
a great
super,
job.
super, super attractive.
Yes. Who, David Tennant or the other guy?
Both.
Oh, okay.
David Tennant.
Is it
Super,
Sheen?
super
Sheen?
attractive.
Or, no, what's his name?
Emilio Sheen.
No,
No. You're going to make me look this up now.
I'm trying.
Okay, keep going, chat, Blake.
All right, then. So we
Yeah,
have some
Michael
more.
Sheen.
Michael Sheen.
Yeah,
from
Michael Sheen.
Masters of Sex.
Yes, that's
Okay.
the guy.
So we have
Yes.
some more Captain Admiral Kirk.
Oh, we love
He's
Captain.
been pretty busy this past week.
We missed him last week.
He's been, killing lions in Kenya
Mm-hmm.
and tweeting us. All right, so what do you think will be the big new show this season? Orville. I prefer to think the other show, Wilbur. It's probably
That was a really, really bad pun.
That's pretty bad.
It flew off the page.
yeah. Young Sheldon, the Brave,
No.
CBS SEAL Team. CBS SEAL Team?
Well, it's a SEAL team show. We can't. He couldn't remember what it was. It's on CBS.
Oh, I was
David
about to say,
Perez.
what the
Actual
hell,
seals,
CBS?
they're like, art.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's the show, I'll watch.
I was thinking of circus seals.
They still art.
CBS SEALs Team. What would a CBS SEALs team be? Running through the building. We got to get this script.
There would only be 85 and over seals.
We got to go save this producer from this bad pitch guy.
Is it a CBS drama? Then it's all
the producer's
bad.
cornered by the bad pitch guy. We got to break him out.
Oh my god,
Let's go up the escalator so we don't break a hip.
That's right.
I'm sure Mark Harmon's in it.
oh my god, he's got an interview with the Sony executives. We must rescue him.
Get him out now.
There's Torch Boy in here.
Go. All right, Inhumans
No.
and The Gifted
The X-Men one.
and Valor.
I think Young Sheldon's going to be the breakout one. It looks very Wonder Years like, and I don't like Big Bang Theory, but I'm intrigued by Young Sheldon.
I don't know. It looks like a little smart-ass kid going to high school.
I don't know.
I saw the preview and I was like, pfft.
So are we answering which ones we will like or which ones we
No,
think?
which one's going to be the hit for everyone else?
Well, obviously it's CBS SEAL Team.
I was going to say that. Well, I mean, CBS doing. I mean, it's just the next probably NCIS or something.
Who watches NCIS? Everyone does. I can't find one person that watches NCIS. Okay, besides you, Jeff.
My sister watches NCIS.
Okay, besides her.
My father watches.
Okay,
NCIS.
besides your family. Okay, stop
My
keeping
friend
CBS.
Dottie
one.
watches NCIS.
Which NCIS? Because there's so many.
I'll be honest, Jeannie. That sounded like a made-up name. My friend Dottie. Okay, come on. It's not
How is that
1980s.
I didn't say Dorcas. I said Dottie.
Okay, 1960s. Okay.
I do have a friend Dottie, and she does watch NCIS. Now, I am not going to watch any of these.
She's friends with Ethel and Lucy.
I am not.
I'm sure Blake's stepfather watches NCIS, or I'm sorry, not stepfather, father-in-law.
Father-in-law.
You know, actually, he doesn't
Your
watch
father
TV
knows
shows
Oh, I was
No.
wrong then.
Father knows.
because they're all shit. He only watches movies.
I'm going to
They're not all shit. NCIS is great.
Young Sheldon. I think is going to be the breakout hit. I do have something about Orville that we will be talking about at the expo because I put it in a topic for our expo, and about how they might be getting sued by Star Trek.
Fuck them.
What?
Yeah,
I don't think. I think parody laws will prevent. Anything.
we'll get to it. Okay, what we
What
got?
is Valor?
Oh,
I don't know what Valor is, but I think we're moving on to the next question.
it's an army movie about or marine movie.
Or a show?
Marine
Because
show.
it's
Oh,
a
sorry.
show, right?
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
time
getting
it is?
sexy time?
Jeannie, do you know what time it is?
I think it's sexy time.
Yeah.
Where's Tony?
In the other room?
Yeah.
Go bring him in for this.
Oh, Tony.
No. He doesn't need to see this.
All right, Jeannie.
Let's keep it between us.
I'm going to pass this torch off to you. Go ahead and read it.
I don't know what torture passing.
From.
Oh. Okay.
I'll get you started, Jeannie. From
Oh,
Nick
yeah.
Albright.
Stab me, baby.
Fuck.
Jeannie,
Marry or kill. Yes.
Jeannie, you need to get in your sexy voice
And a little louder.
and speak louder.
And louder?
You have to
Apparently I
speak
drank
over the
way too much beer
music.
for this. Okay. Oh, Jeff. Fuck.
Oh,
Marry or kill
I do.
Hitler, Gaddafi, or Bin Laden. You be my Mary, and fuck Jeff.
2.54.
I don't know what that means.
Bam. I just want to think, I just picture your husband in the other room going, what the fuck is she doing? Is she a
Well-
sex phone operator?
Yeah, go on.
So, fuck, marry, kill. Hitler, Gaddafi, or Bin Laden. So if you do marry
That's a
one, you
tough
don't,
trio.
you don't have to sleep with, have sex with them. How do we mess this up?
I feel like
I'm
you
going
need to
kill,
fuck
kill,
Hitler.
and kill
No, you
No,
got
you
pick.
need to fuck Hitler.
with a pineapple.
Exactly. It doesn't tell you have to use your own dick.
Okay.
Like you can use like a fucking machete to fuck
Okay,
Hitler.
I'm going to use Blake then.
No.
Can we trade? Can we trade off? Is that what it is?
I don't think I would get in the mood for that.
Have you seen Preacher?
You
He's a
won't be
wimp.
Pretty funny.
standing at attention
So
to
did you-
fuck Hitler?
Did you say fucking with a machete? Is that what you
There you go. You can do that.
Yeah, it doesn't say you have to use your own member. You can use it, and I put in quotations, a toy. So I choose the toy from Seven. Fuck Hitler.
Oh, that's a good one.
And we reached a
Oh, we just lost all the Nazi fans. Oh, wait.
Oh, darn.
You know what the best part about this, Blake, is? This isn't our question, it's Jeff's question.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. We don't have to
I know,
answer.
I don't have
Come on,
to answer
Jeff.
this.
let's
Come on, Jeff, let's
see.
go. That's what do you got? I know
Well,
it's difficult.
The problem is both Gaddafi and Bin Laden are don't they have like multiple wives or whatnot? So I wouldn't inherit any of their estates, would I?
No, not much.
No.
So
You're not getting shit.
what's the point of marrying if I'm not going to?
Because that's the game, Jeff. Fucking pick the thing so we can move
Hitler,
on.
if he was alive, would
Well-
still be married as well.
well,
Because he married
I can
somebody.
help you out here. You want me to help you out
I'll
here?
kill Bin Laden.
You should marry Gaddafi because you'll have access to his harem. And he lives in a nice place, or used to live in a nice
Used
place.
to.
True, he did. have
Bin
the
Laden was
nicest
living in a
place.
cave for a while, and then in a seclusion in Pakistan in a house with no windows.
Or
But
Toledo.
plenty of porn access. Porn access.
Porn access. You know, I'm going to.
Oh, wait a minute. Porn access. Hey.
Country living.
Oh, wait.
I'm saying I'm going to take your advice. You are
right.
correct. I think
you.
I would rather do the castle living or palace living than
That's right.
the foxhole living.
So who are you fucking?
Hitler.
Okay, with a machete?
Obviously with a
Hitler
machete.
with a
Okay.
machete.
I'm glad I could help you, though I could apparently not speak in a sexy voice.
That's all right.
And I will kill Bin Laden, and apparently I'm marrying Gaddafi.
There you go. And, you know, Gaddafi's got a pretty nice beard, too.
This is not a sexy question, by the way.
Oh. But anyways,
The cool
but
thing is no one knows how to spell Gaddafi's name, so it would just confuse
actually there's
everybody.
many spellings that are accepted, by the way.
Well,
for
yeah,
his name.
but none of them are the same.
But you know what?
No,
Our sexy time music was brought to you by 3 hours of relaxed sex music. instrumental, wonderful.
3 hours? Oh, God.
Yeah, we only got through
Right,
2
3
minutes and
hours
6
seems like a good
seconds.
amount of time.
2 minutes, 6 seconds sounds about right.
So apparently they're.
But it
Wait,
lasts for
did
3
you just say
hours.
6 seconds?
2 minutes and 6 seconds.
Okay.
2 minutes and
That's
6
still
seconds.
way too long. Is that
Way too
actual
long?
like start to finish 2 minutes 6 seconds?
Oh, no.
Since I started playing the song through the episode.
She's asking about something else, Blake.
The song was 2 minutes 6 seconds of the 3 hours and 13 minutes that's available.
Yeah, I think we should go in like an hour and see if it gets any better.
Is that what you... Never mind. Never mind. Hey, Tone, let's try doing this an hour. Come on.
Sounds just like the first 2 minutes.
That's what she said.
That was not a good music. We need to keep going.
Blake's looking intrigued now. I'm a little worried by this.
Oh, here's picking up.
Picking up. Well, this is after 2.5 hours of.
By that time, you're
That's
exhausted.
2 hours and 3 minutes.
Oh, my God, you're dead by then.
This is your
You
second
have not
one.
had sex right. So again, can you send me your wife's number? I would like to talk to her.
No, let's hear what the ending sounds like.
She knows who I am. It's not like she's getting a random text from a random stranger.
Was that the ending? Well, that was abrupt.
This is the ending.
Is this when you fall asleep cuddling?
Or watching I Dream
This
of
is
Jeannie.
sadly super unsatisfying.
There's no big bang at the end of that.
There's
Not at
symbols
all.
at the end.
But
Boom.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Actually, then it goes into the charge of the light brigade. Dun, 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 dun,
Down,
dun,
down.
dun. Yeah, there you go.
I'm glad this episode is just the listener feedback episode. What else we got, Jeff? Or Blake, whatever your name
From
is.
the Pop Culture Cafe. He's talking
Yes.
about, guys, Netflix and Millar World are one. Which books do you want to see on Netflix?
Kick-Ass. I want a universe of Kick-Ass. Netflix has signed Miller World to come to their streaming service, so they have tons of comic books, graphic novels. So I'm rooting for Kick-Ass.
Oh, do I know any of them that they have?
I can get you some. I'll get you some in a bit.
I want the blue one.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
The one with
There
the
you
blue
go.
cover. That was cool.
You're not
I
helping.
feel like that was a shit answer.
No, he
Correct
would have
you
said
are.
brown one.
Kingsman is in there.
Okay.
Kingpin?
No, Kingsman.
Oh,
Kingpin?
that was such a great movie.
It was.
It was a great movie.
I took my son to see that. It was our first R-rated movie that we saw together.
In the,
And we left, and he was like, Mom, I'm slightly concerned that all you did was giggle when people's heads blew up.
That was awesome.
And you
I'm
said,
like, did you watch it? It was great.
you said that's what adulting is all about.
They
No,
had
not telling him that. He needs to realize adulting is paying bills and being an adult.
Want It is in there.
So these are all ones
Wait,
that have
didn't
movies
they already
over.
do a film, Wanted?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like with the I'm gonna bend fucking bullets?
Yes, the bullet bending.
Nah, that's shit.
But James McAvoy is dreamy.
No.
Okay, he's not dreamy. I'm sorry. Morgan Freeman has a dreamy voice.
Kick-Ass and Kingsman are not available for Netflix.
Derp.
So
Because they're already optioned out for movies.
yeah, so basically you're looking at Want It, I guess.
Shit.
Chosen is another one. American Jesus. Let's see here. So yeah, there you go. I've heard nothing but
Because I haven't read any of these, I'm choosing American Jesus.
oh no, Superior. That's the one you want.
Oh, yeah, you had good things to say about that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've already chosen.
But
Oh, she chose. She's going with American Jesus.
anyway, so yes, so there you go. I'm excited about it. Let's see here. From Professor Number 1, the whole nickname weekend for MLB seems lame. Not a lot of great nicknames.
I'm not even
What
sure.
the hell is he talking about?
We're going to find out.
Apparently, MLB is probably trying to do some sort of nickname promotion, but I think he's right. Are there any great nicknames for current MLB players out there?
Not really.
Is it for the players or is it for the weekend? Like, because in May, our local team does May the 4th be with you. Like that shit.
MLB will let players wear nicknames on their jerseys.
Oh, like He Hate Me?
Yes.
Oh,
For one weekend in August.
that sounds terrible.
August 25th through the 27th.
So they're becoming, what is that, the XFL?
XFL, which is the greatest league ever. Thank you
Which
very
was
much.
terrible.
Which disappeared immediately for a good reason.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm allowed to have my opinion, sir.
Because it wasn't better than wrestling.
Here's some of the
It wasn't better than NFL.
Here's some of the nicknames: Cabby, Savvy, Hosey, Goldie, Petey, and Wayner.
So these are 12-year-old boys making nicknames and putting them on a jersey.
Outside of like Joey Bats for Jose Bautista, I can't think of a good current nickname for a MLB player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So in elementary school, I played baseball because softball wasn't offered for girls or boys, for that matter. And I wanted to do something, so I played baseball.
Good for you.
At the end of the school year, like the end of the year when we had our big, like, oh, here's your reward for playing baseball, I got a nickname that I never had before. That's what this feels like.
And it just was the end of the year, and you never had it again after that, did you?
Yeah, I was like, it's Mean Gene. Yeah, no, you've never called me that. And no, don't call me that again.
There is a good one. Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers.
Okay.
Cody Love.
You said a good one.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, so I feel like we should move on to Bruce Springsteen.
Andre Ether is Daddy. That doesn't sound right.
So we're just going to go around asking who's your daddy?
I guess.
Daddy Warbucks?
Let's see. Ross.
The sun will come out
Tomorrow.
Now moving on to Broadway.
Let's see. Ross Stripling is going to be Chicken Strip.
I keep trying to not talk about this. And you keep talking about it. I'm just going to start talking about the other stuff.
So imagine every day of every waking
Of my
minute
life?
of every day. That's what I think his wife has to go through.
Thank you.
I feel like she and I should become best friends. I'm sorry, Blake.
Blake had to leave for a second.
He had too many cherries.
I think
Yes.
he did.
He had to go relieve himself. It's the pits.
I get it. It's the pits. Get it. Get
Oh
it.
my god.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry, guys. It's bottom puns. So moving on to Bruce Springsteen
That's some
is bringing
news.
his talents to Broadway as the boss officially announces that he is holding extended residency at the Walter Carey Theater beginning Thursday, October 12th. Springsteen will be performing 5 nights a week every night until November 26th. How do we feel about this, guys?
I just like you went straight to the news of the geek, so I'm just going to go with it. Yes. I don't really care. I don't care about Bruce Springsteen.
So is he just singing, or are they doing like...
Oh no, this is the best part. My show is just me, the guitar, the piano, and the words and music. Some of the show is spoken, some of it is sung. It loosely follows the arc of my life.
Because they have an arc in their life.
Noah?
Stop it.
That is why I love you, Jeff.
My constant goal to provide an entertaining evening will be the judge of that.
Well, this is what his goal is. I'm going to rake in a bunch of shit, lots and lots of cash for a short amount of time of singing 5 nights a week.
Yes.
Especially because those New Yorkers eat this shit up.
Well, people are going to come in to see Bruce Springsteen. Let's be honest. He is a name that will draw.
Ugh.
And he doesn't have to travel. He doesn't have to go from city to city. He's like, hey, fuckers, I'm going to be here on Broadway, and I don't have to leave, and you shitheads can come to me.
Pretty much.
So I'll have to give him a
He's super
thumbs up.
smart.
You convinced me it's a good thing.
It is. I mean, it's super smart for him. I'm not going to go see it because I have no interest in Bruce Springsteen.
Thank you.
But I know a ton of people who do, and they're going to travel to New York, and they're going to see him like 2 or 3 times, and he's going to charge like $200 to $300 a ticket because that's the new price you can charge for a Broadway play.
Why? Fucking Hamilton.
If you're going to fuck anybody, it should be Rent because Rent is the one who started those prices.
Hey, you leave Rent alone.
I love Rent.
Don't
You want
you
to sing Rent with me? I'm more than willing to.
Everybody's
But
got
Rent
AIDS,
is the one who
AIDS,
started
AIDS.
those prices.
No, that's lease.
Oh, sorry. Everybody's got AIDS. I love Rent.
Okay, first of all, that is not Rent.
It's lease.
That is the puppet movie.
Yes.
Team
The
America.
American blah blah blah. I can't remember the name of it.
Team America World Police. He was performing
Thank you.
on
I
Broadway.
said American puppet movie. That should have been enough.
He was performing on Broadway in the show Lease.
I don't know. There's so many puppet movies that come out.
Really? think it's more than two?
Yes.
What are they?
Pinocchio.
That is not a puppet movie.
Are you sure?
It's because it's an animated film.
I'm trying to
Try
think of
again.
a second puppet movie. Even Thunderbirds, they ditched the puppets and they had real
God.
actors for, and that movie was terrible.
I don't know what that is. But anyways, this is a good move on the boss. Like he's gonna rake a shit ton of money in for a little amount of work. And he doesn't have to travel, he doesn't have to pay roadies, he doesn't have to pay any of these people. He's gonna be in a theater, it's gonna be great.
Apparently, doesn't even have to pay the E Street Band. He's doing it alone.
Oh, yeah. It's even better.
What's Max
Well, that's-
Weinberg
don't
going to
they-
do?
I'm like, aren't they a part of another show though?
Who is? Max Weinberg?
Yeah.
East Street Band? I don't know.
Isn't he part of like a late night show?
Oh, he was on Conan O'Brien, but he left that when Conan O'Brien went to California.
California love.
Television I don't watch.
That's why you stopped watching Conan O'Brien? No more Max Weinberg?
Oh, I don't think I ever watched Conan O'Brien.
How dare you?
I did just finish Vikings. That was amazing. You guys should watch it.
Is that a talk show?
Yeah, I'm the only one that watches Vikings.
It was so good. I just finished it and I was like, when is season 5 coming out? And it was like October or November. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
And I was sad.
Isn't that the last season 2 coming out?
Are you trying to get me pissed at you, Jason?
No, I thought season 5 is the last season, isn't it? Or is that Oak Island, or is that Pirates, or what's the other one Blake watches all the
Jason,
time?
you should please stop talking.
Okay, thank you.
Because I still like you right now.
I'm just saying. I think Vikings.
So you
is
should
ending.
go to Rumors.
There's a strip club called Rumors. Is that where I should be going?
In Toledo, there's a pizza place called Rumors.
Do they serve strippers? You know, Jeff
I'm
likes
sure they
pizza at
do.
strip
They're
clubs.
not going to say, I'm sorry, you're in the sex trade. We won't serve you.
Moving on.
They have money. They're going to serve them pizza.
It's all singles, though.
And it might be crotch money, but they don't care.
Wow.
Crotch money.
Is there anything better?
Wash your hands before you serve my pizza.
Clean my... Could you Lysol my money?
I have worked in retail most of my life because, you know, that's where you go
Yeah,
when
to
you
die.
are young.
unfortunately, I know that far too well.
Exactly. And I have taken sock money and crotch money and bra money because that's the money you're given.
Yeah, isn't it nice when it's all sweaty?
Oh, and that's why I kept hand sanitizer nearby because I'm like, this is moist.
I did.
This is moist money.
I just had a
And you
bucket of
take it out of your
bleach.
pants. I don't want to think about what's on here. Or when you have to put it under a black light to make sure the money is actual money and it is white from the human fluid on it. And you're like, oh.
It breaks a black light.
You get blinded from the black light.
I need to go wash my hands. I just touched splooge.
What's cleaner, money or a hotel room?
Money is not cleaner. It is worse.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay.
It's clean if it comes straight from where it's minted.
So we'll skip the next one. We'll go to the Warner Brothers group because we always love Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
When Warner Brothers,
We are Warner Brothers. Turn off your Clash of Clans.
Or at least muted.
Blake, this is for you. Warner Brothers.
He usually is muted.
Announced their DC film slate. Justice League Part 1, Justice League Part 2 were among them. Duh. The mixed response to Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice brought a halt to the plans to shoot them back to back, but it appears that Zack Snyder
I like Jack
plans
Snyder
to finish
better.
the upcoming November release with a cliffhanger ending which would have set the stage for the sequel. Fuck that.
According to Slash Film, Justice League was supposed to end with Darkseid's arrival on Earth, with the plan being for him to be the big bad in the follow-up. Steppenwolf was always supposed to be the stepping stone. Get it? Steppenwolf, stepping stone.
I don't get it.
Okay. But that
Straight from the onion?
But I feel like Batman vs Superman script was the iconic villain, but that ending has now been totally scrapped. Wonder Woman star Robin Wright, also Princess Bride, has been brought in for a flashback as
Buttercup.
shedding more light on Steppenwolf's origin. The looming threat of Darkseid is being downplayed, and the reshoots presumably keep the door open for a new villain to take center stage in the sequel, or give Warner Brothers time to reassess where the franchise goes. So basically, Warner Brothers has no idea where they're going. I can't wait till Flashpoint with the time travel. Shut up, Jeff.
What are you singing?
So build me up,
Buttercup,
don't break
break
my heart.
I was thinking of the lady, like the trash lady from Princess Bride, who was booing her. Like, boo! Bow down to her. Bow down to your queen of rubbish. That's what I was thinking.
Do you think Zack Snyder has somebody that goes...
refuse, the queen of garbage. Boo!
So hard, Jeff.
I feel like Zack Snyder has somebody that does that to him all the time. You are the queen of trash.
You're just a putrid pile of puke.
I think he'd have someone behind him ringing a bell going, shame! Shame!
Only if he's walking naked.
Shame.
So Warner Brothers doesn't know what they're doing with Justice League 2. Blake, what do you have to say about that?
Yes.
Okay, good job.
We are the Warner Brothers and we know what's going on.
Do you want Darkseid?
Well, what is Darkseid?
I
I
don't know.
decided exactly what we're doing. Now let's change it.
Can we get Darkseid of the Moon to play every time he enters the room? Maybe.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would actually be kind of cool. That would
There's
say.
no way they could. No,
Cost us
that's
millions
not
in royalty.
We will steal it!
We'll just change it so it's not dun 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 dun, but it's dun 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 dun.
Ching. I had a little ch at the end. It's different.
Oh, it's perfect.
Thanks, Vanilla.
No one will think that we're lying.
Anyways, that's your News of the Geek.
Hey everybody, this is Brian.
And this is Tony.
From the Salty Language Podcast.
Our Podgods Network. Check us out, saltylanguage.com.
We're a podcast about two old-time friends just sitting around and talking about whatever chaps our asses.
It's true. Whether it be music, TV, comics, books.
We have interviews at times.
Get a hold of us at Twitter at salty_language.
And again, go to saltylanguage.com for all of our other links.
So I guess have a beer, you'll be fine.
And stay salty.
Hobie listeners, September 22nd through the 24th, Hobie will be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo at the Duke Energy Convention Center, and you shall be too. Tickets go on sale right now already at CincinnatiComicExpo.com, and you will have tons of celebrity media guests, along with comic book artists and writers there. Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder, Jason Isaacs from Star Trek Discovery, and many others, including a Harry Potter prom on Saturday night. Again, that's September 22nd through the 24th, the Duke Energy Convention Center. Go to CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Box office bombs this week. Per 411 Mania, The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature, debuted at number 3 in the box office and brought in just $8.9 million.
Well done, America.
That is not a great start for an animated sequel, as it ranks at half of the $19.4 million the first film brought 3 years ago in almost 600 less theaters. Estimates early last week had it coming in at $10 million, but the marketing was scant and did little to distinguish the film from the pack. Once the poor reviews came in, including 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, it seemed like the final nail in the coffin. There isn't a lot of good news here, as the film carries a $40 million production budget and hasn't moved overseas yet, but the film first didn't get heavy percentage of its overseas money. I'm sorry, but the first film didn't get a heavy percentage of its money overseas.
Thank God. Who wanted to see this shit?
So what we're saying is a movie opened this week making $9 million and was the third best opening in the U.S.
It was a bad week at the box office.
We're still in...
Well, did you see what came out?
Yeah, we're going to talk about it now. There's nothing that came out, really.
I suggested to the kids that we go see a movie this weekend, and they said, I think we'll pass.
I mean, you can go see some of them that have been out.
Emoji Movie.
Yeah, I still need to see
Yeah, we
Dunkirk.
haven't seen Spider-Man yet, and that's the one they were like, well, maybe we'll go see this, but it only played at 11, and that wasn't happening.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem. If you don't see it in a month, it's out of the theater.
Mm-hmm. We'll wait until we, can see it at home.
Yeah. Number one this weekend, Annabelle: Creation made $35 million in its opening weekend on a $15 million budget. Yay!
So it already made its money, so we'll see another one of these shit shows.
Yeah, well, cheap horror movies. They all do it. Now,
It got decent reviews.
Usually they wait until October to release these, but
why not do it in August though? There's nothing else out.
Yeah,
You might as well put it out.
Normally there's at least
I think
one
I've
more,
seen like 2 horror movies in my entire life.
and it's 2 more than you really wanted to see.
Were they directed by Michael Bay?
No.
Were they called
I saw
Transformers?
Hostel
Eh.
and one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
The first
But I
one?
don't know which one.
But did it have Johnny Depp in it?
I was 8.
Probably the first one.
I don't remember.
All right. Number 2 this week, Dunkirk made another $11.5 million, a total of $154 on a $100 million budget. So go Dunkirk.
It's already made money. Yay!
3 was The Nut Job 2, which we just talked about.
The porn.
Don't go see that.
No, please don't, people.
Number 4, the
It's about peanut butter and dogs.
It's not cheating if it's your dog.
Is it chunky or not?
Yeah, I'm not answering that.
And
So,
Peter
Jeannie,
will complain.
do you
to us.
put your peanut butter in the refrigerator?
Well, if I make my peanut butter and it's natural, I put it in the refrigerator. If I buy shit peanut butter in a jar that it's manufactured, it goes in my cupboard.
Wrong.
No, that's right.
No.
I only say that because Jason grew up in his family where they refrigerated their peanut butter.
Tastes better.
Their Jif. You can't taste it because you can't even get it out of the jar and spread it.
Jason,
Yes. Yes,
it
Gene.
says on the packaging that it doesn't need to be
It
refrigerated.
doesn't need to be, but it's better that way.
No.
You don't need to do that with morgues either, but it's recommended.
You don't need to do that with
you
what?
do need to do it in morgues.
Did you say morgues?
Yes.
Like, we're talking about refrigerating dead bodies. Now, if we're talking about dead bodies, we should just compost them and we'll be fine.
I agree. We should turn them into trees.
No, just compost them and then we can use it on anything that we
They're
need.
not transformers, Jeff. You can't just say, I want you in the shape of a tree.
No, I'm talking about the things where they'll put your remains into a little thing to and then you plant a tree with your mortal remains. So you
I would like to point out Ohio will not allow you to do that.
it doesn't, just because they won't let me doesn't mean I won't do it.
There's a lot of things the law says that Jeff can't do, but he does.
I mean, they probably won't let Blake have a Viking funeral, but it's going to happen.
on the Ohio River.
Please invite me so I can witness that.
And I don't care if I miss the flaming arrows 13 times and destroy Kentucky. I feel it. I will get it.
Oh,
You
I
think
kept
you're
it.
going to be
No,
able
no, no, no.
to
That's
shoot
why I
an
hire
arrow
a
over the
professional
Ohio
archer.
River to destroy Kentucky?
I feel like if I hit, Kentucky's pretty flammable. I feel like if I hit just a little patch over
Is it
the Ohio
because of
River.
all the bourbon?
Could be
Maybe
part of it.
moonshine.
Oh, the
Number
tobacco.
5 should just be ignored. That movie shouldn't exist.
Well, there's a lot of shoes on the edge of the Kentucky because you can't wear shoes in Kentucky. They just light on. It's pretty quick. So
Well, okay, well, I'm going to mention 4 and 5 real quickly. The Dark Tower made another $8 million, total of $34 on a $60 million
I've heard
budget.
that movie is shit.
I didn't hear good things about it. I was disappointed.
Yeah. And
You
you
heard
should
my
not
review
bring up
last
the
week.
5th movie because that movie shouldn't exist.
And the 5th movie is a crappy movie
Doesn't exist.
about little smiley
Nothing.
faces in your phone.
It's about nothing.
And unfortunately made its budget back already. So
So what is Logan's Lucky? Because
Oh,
I
we'll
know what
talk
the
about that
Hitman's
here in a second.
Bodyguard is.
Well, all right. Well, coming out this week, the Logan's Lucky and the Hitman's Bodyguard.
Logan Lucky has a lot of stars in it. It's like an ensemble cast, and it's like Ocean's 11 with a race car team. And there you go. That's what pretty much it looked humorous in the preview that I saw today.
Who plays Logan?
So it's a mixture of Ocean's 11 and The Love Bug?
I would say Days of Thunder.
Oh, I was going to say Six Pack, the Kenny Rogers movie.
Tates is in it.
Tates. Oh,
Adam
Right.
Driver's in it. I'm trying
does he drive?
I think he does, actually. I get it now. There's a lot of big names in it. So
That's bad.
I've never heard of it, though, up until today.
All right, so I suppose we're moving now into our top 5.
Top 5!
And let me see if I can read this correctly. Mm-hmm. Is this the same?
This is top 5.
Yeah, top 5 television shows ruined by an annoying character.
And here's the thing, it's you like the show, but some fucking annoying character always drags it down and just makes you just grimace every time he's on. Or she. So that's the rules this week.
That's the rule.
I think it's telling us that you have a lot of male characters that bother you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Jeannie, you go first. You're the guest. What's your number 5?
Sherwood's Disco Lemonade.
Uh-huh. What show is that on?
It's Sherwood Brewing Company, found in Detroit, Michigan, and my favorite beer of theirs is Disco Lemonade.
So you have decided to do top 5 Michigan beers.
Yep.
I don't think we've ever had a completely different top 5 than the host.
Well, I don't watch a lot of television, and if there is an annoying character that bothers me, I definitely don't watch the show. So I didn't have anything to add to this, so I made my own.
Good job. Okay, so that's your number 5.
Guarantee I won't take any of yours off your list.
My number 5 is Ichabod from New Holland Beer. No. I'm just going to switch up and do Michigan beers, too.
I would if I tried a lot or knew a lot, but I don't, so I can't.
Okay, my number 5 is Family Matters, Steve Urkel. I actually enjoyed the show when I was younger, and then Urkel came on, and then it got bigger, his role.
Wasn't Urkel on from the beginning?
He was, but he had a very small role in the first 6 episodes.
Wasn't even that. I thought it came in later.
It might have been, maybe in the first season. But yeah, it became worse, and a lot worse. I would say by the 3rd season, I think, is when he was the focal point.
Yeah. He Fonzied it up.
Yeah, oh, God. Did I do that? Shut the fuck up.
I like the Fonzie reference much better. I'm going to stand by this bike in a windbreaker.
Well, they wouldn't let him wear a leather jacket unless he was riding the bike.
Because that is just way too much.
The sad thing is, though, is when he went blind and he had to put the motorcycle back.
But that was inspiring.
It was a great episode. What's your number 5, Jeff?
My number 5 is All in the Family with the character of Gloria Stivic.
Okay.
Is that the wife?
That's Archie's daughter, Mike's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like anytime she was on screen, she just kind of whined and annoyed. And
Archie.
I liked the show, and the fighting between Archie and Meathead was great. Mm-hmm. But then Gloria would talk, and you're like, oh okay.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Seinfeld and Kramer.
Okay.
Never watched it.
Kramer, I enjoy in small doses.
Yeah, he's the wacky next door neighbor, and they have him do way too much stupid, wacky stuff that it just got annoying.
Of the 4 characters, he was my least favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
He was my most hated.
George was my favorite. Okay. My number 4 is Maya Rudolph in Up All Night with
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett and
Christina Applegate.
There you go.
The show that lasted
2 seasons.
Oh, it lasted that long.
Yeah. She was the Oprah type host that Christina Applegate worked for, and she just became so fucking annoying. I don't even think we finished the 2nd season because it might have been 3 seasons even, but she was horrible in it. And every time she came in, she had to be the focal point, and it wasn't even like the Oprah focal point. It was just a horrible acting job. So fucking Maya Rudolph, can't stand her.
I've never heard of the show.
It was 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we talked. think it was since we started this podcast.
Yeah, so that's 3 years ago. So,
Excellent.
what's your number 4?
Dark Horse, Scotty Karate.
Scotty Karate beer?
Yes, it is a Scotch ale, and it kicks ass. It's amazing.
Oh. Do they have a picture of Chris Pratt on it?
No,
That.
it came out before that.
Oh.
It's a delicious
Oh, he
beer.
was Johnny Karate. Never mind.
It is the reason that Tony does karate kicks for Jesus.
Ah.
Who doesn't?
My number 3 is Black Rock. It's a UP beer. It's a Yooper beer. And it is the Barbaric Yelp.
Yelp?
No, Yelp.
Oh, sorry. I was yelping.
So it's YALP?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My number 3 is Piper from Orange is the New Black. One of the main stars of the show, and I can't fucking
Hey,
stand her.
I've seen that show.
Okay, see?
You're not the only one. She popped up on a lot of lists I was looking
Oh,
at.
fucking Piper. Kill her off. Every time she's on, I'm like, can we not have her as the focal point?
Should be up by
She's
now. Let
the
her go.
main character. How do you kill her off?
Easy. She gets stabbed.
Okay, in my defense, I only watched the first season.
I like the show. The last season was good. This new season that came out, we haven't watched yet. We decided to do Glow first. And Glow, we're halfway through it already.
Hooray.
In 2 days.
You know, you could have been watching Jessica Jones in that.
Yeah, but my wife didn't want to watch that.
Well, she should want to watch it.
Well, yes.
If you send me her number, we'll talk about why you should watch Iron Fist.
No. Sorry. Oh, sorry. We're still talking about Iron Fist? No one else is.
I loved Iron Fist.
You're the one.
Okay, my number 3, I put Cheers, the Diane Chambers character.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I honestly think if she hadn't left the show, it wouldn't have lasted 2 more years.
Okay.
I think it lasted 6 more years without her because they took the focus off of her.
Yes. She was a horrible character.
Yeah, I mean, it was good maybe the first 2, maybe 3 years, but then it just got, okay, it's run its course.
Yeah.
But that was my number 3.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Saturday Night Live, specifically the cheerleaders,
Okay.
the Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry.
Oh, okay.
When that's pretty much when I stopped watching it regularly. When every week they had to do an annoying cheerleader skit, then I stopped watching it and never really picked it back up. The only time I watch it now is like I'll find it online if someone said there was a skit worth watching.
Okay. Okay.
That was my number 2.
My number 2 is Ross from Friends. He is
Oh, I
awful.
watched that so too.
And you agree that Ross is terrible.
Ross is
okay,
awful.
so here's my story about Friends because I never watched it until Tony bought me like the top 10 episodes of Friends because he thought I watched it. So I watched those 10 episodes.
Okay. So he might not have been as bad in those episodes.
Yeah, because they're the best episodes.
What is your number 2?
Founders,
Okay.
straight out of Grand Rapids. I'm going to give you 5 here because these all need to be mentioned.
Okay.
Devil Dancer, Double Trouble, All Day, KBS, and CBS.
Oh, CBS. I love their cereal show.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Canadian Bourbon Stout.
Oh. I thought it was-
You said CVS. I like their drugs.
They don't smell.
now we're going
They
to
don't
the
sell
drugstore.
cigarettes.
We're drinking a delicious porter. Yummy, stout, yummy. Yes, the taste amazing.
But it's porter.
Well, it's a stout. Yeah.
My number
1
Oh yeah, number 1.
is Shorts. Also, my dog's name Bel Air. That's where you can go see Shorts in Michigan as well, because all of these are Michigan breweries. And you have Juicy Tree, Bel Air Brown, Good Humans, Controversial Ale, and Slumlord.
Ooh.
So yeah, you guys should drink Michigan beer.
I'm impressed that you know that many Michigan beers since you live in Toledo.
I don't live in Toledo. I live in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm excited. I've known 2 of the shows that you guys have talked about.
Well, we're not done yet.
Okay.
My number 1 is half the cast of The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. Half that fucking cast can go away, and I would be fine with it.
So I have never watched The Walking Dead, but I did watch the prequel.
Fear of the Walking Dead?
I watched one season of that.
Yeah. Let's just say The Walking Dead, it's like, oh, we're going to have drama and just talk about shit.
Well, I read a lot of the comics. Like, I've
Yeah,
read
the
some of the
comics are great.
comics. And that's the reason why I didn't see the point of watching the show.
Well, the show is like, we're just going to bitch about some high school drama between adults when there's fucking zombies. I don't know, you got construction equipment. Build a fucking moat around your city. It's not that difficult. You
But The
have
Walking
construction
Dead is
equipment.
supposed to be that the true horrible characters of the entire series are the humans themselves.
I get that, but it's still it annoys me. It's like fucking barricade your buildings.
If Jason were in that group, he would kill anyone who annoyed him because why not?
Oh, I thought he was a zombie. My bad.
But it's like it's the
killed zombie
humanity
fighters.
is the monster.
I know.
So that's why it's got to be like, you have more stuff than me and I'm going to kill you for it.
Yeah. Which,
So, I mean, if they do that in the show, I'm sorry to noise you. Watch something else.
but I like the other half.
She's got a point. Watch something else.
Yeah, stop bitching about it. Stop watching it.
Jeannie? Fuck you.
I love you, Jason.
Fuck you. Jeff, what's your number one?
My number one is Scooby-Doo. Scrappy-Doo.
I don't blame you on that. I would even do Scooby Dumb.
Oh, I love Scooby-Doo.
No, you would.
But
Dum,
he's
dum,
funny.
dum,
He's a
dum.
complete foil of Scooby-Doo.
No. He's
Scrappy-Doo is just annoying.
Yes. Scrappy-Doo, annoying. Number one on my list.
Excellent.
Actually, I tied my
Jeff,
number
you
one.
again win.
I tied my number one.
With?
I tied
Wait,
it
no.
with,
You Hobied it?
I Hobied it.
Good job.
Exactly.
I tied it with Bell's Oberon.
Ooh, that is a good beer.
It's like, oh, there is.
I have to agree with you. Oberon is horribly overrated. But if you like Bell's, their Two-Hearted Ale is amazing.
Yeah, I don't like the Two-Hearted. I've had it.
What?
Didn't like it. I'm not a big fan of ales, to be honest.
Okay. Well, then we won't go to Kalamazoo. We'll go to Holland and drink our flight of dragon's milk
All right.
We do have some listeners.
from the nipples of the dragons.
You gotta tweak them.
Or the glasses that they pour them in.
Stop
Well,
it.
you should just probably run your tongue around it, and then you can get the milk.
Counterclockwise sometimes.
Exactly. If you go clockwise, you're fucked.
Yeah, you never go clockwise. Come on. And the big hand's always up top, the little hand's down below.
Okay, we've gone off-road. Off-road!
What?
Should I read Blake's list?
Yeah, and Blake had to leave unexpectedly, so tell us his list.
He had Dr. House and House.
Mm-hmm.
He has Ted Mosby.
Wait, isn't Dr. House like a drug addict who's amazing at diagnosing people?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
He's pretty much a medical version of an updated Sherlock Holmes, is what they were going for there.
That didn't happen.
Okay, it didn't happen.
Okay.
He had Ted Mosby on How I Met Your Mother.
That's a good one.
He had the Great Gazoo in The Flintstones.
Oh, how dare he.
That is a fantastic. Okay, I'm sorry, Jeff. Blake wins.
Yeah, I when I saw that, I was just upset I missed that one on my list. And he also has Scrappy-Doo from Scooby-Doo.
That's a good one.
And he's got, I can't read
Was that before yours?
What number was that for?
They were both number one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, if you want to look at Blake's list, I can't read that number 4 there. It looks like Ron? Rin?
Rum
Could it be Braun?
from the Thunderbirds. Ron from the Thunderbirds.
Okay.
I'm going with that. Anyways,
I was thinking
beside
Braun from Games of Thrones because that guy is annoying too.
What? Braun's cool.
He's gonna be cool. Right now, he's just a piece of shit.
that was my thing too. I agree.
You don't watch Game of Thrones. You can't agree with me.
I would like to.
No, you
Well, then
won't.
watch it.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't really care.
They tell you to rip them off. They're like, I don't care if you don't pay for our services, just watch our shows.
Anyways,
So you can go arr and get Game of Thrones.
Tis true.
Besotted Geek had Skylar White as number 5.
Yeah, I don't
Who is Skylar White?
Breaking Bad. I don't understand why everybody...
Oh wait, that's his wife?
Yes.
Okay, I agree with that.
See, I don't... I mean, everybody's like, oh my god, I can't believe she was so... And I'm like, she just found out her, husband is a drug kingpin. How do you think she should react?
Okay, now stop because I haven't seen the end of it.
Okay. Well, She found out
what
her
I've
husband
seen,
was...
she's an annoying piece of shit.
All right. I won't argue anymore.
Number 4 was Janice Soprano in The Sopranos.
I don't know who that is.
The wife, I think.
I think it's a sister.
Sister, sure. Number 3 is Lori Grimes from Walking Dead. Very good. That's why I put half. Number 2 is Scrappy Doo. Number 1, Wesley Crusher from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh, yeah, I did think of putting Wesley
I
on
really
my
enjoyed
list.
when he left.
It did get better without Wesley.
Let's see
That
here.
was somebody I did mean to put on my list, but forgot.
But I feel like Will Wheaton was kind of like trapped into a contract that wouldn't end. Like they were like, you will do as we say.
I'm not necessarily blaming Will Wheaton for the character
Will
sucking.
Wheaton?
I just know that they didn't know how to write that character.
Did George
Yeah,
Lucas
it
write
could. I mean, like it had promise at the beginning. I was super excited that they had this young kid that was going to be a part of the show, and then it was like, you guys shat this out. What is this?
We also had from Nick the Gimp. He had The Nanny.
Oh, I thought of the nanny.
That's
too.
Fran Drescher.
Yes. Did I do that?
That was Urkel.
Same thing.
That was totally Urkel.
King of Queens. He just has the shows. No particular order. CSI New Orleans. Ooh. Caillou. Oh, fuck that Caillou kid. Oh, fuck.
I don't know what Caillou is.
It's a cartoon on PBS, the little bald kid. Fuck him.
All I know is every parent.
You want to
I've heard-
fuck a bald kid?
No, no, stop it, Jeannie. He should be. Oh God, I hate that fucker.
From what I understand,
Hey, you said it, not me.
And Saved by the Bell. Another person wrote, you could have just said Caillou and dropped the mic. Let's see here.
Well, you said I want to fuck a bald kid.
Stop it! Matthew McDonald, Daddy Waffle.
Daddy Waffle.
He had Daddy Waffle,
I
Daddy
sent
Waffle.
him waffle pictures on Sunday.
Where? That doesn't sound right.
Why not?
I didn't say blue waffle pictures.
You should send him pictures of your crepes.
Shut up. Anyways.
You should send pictures of crepes.
He had Oliver from the Brady Bunch. He had the 2 girls and 2 broke girls. Good call.
But not a good show at all to begin with.
I haven't seen either of these shows yet.
You've not seen the Brady Bunch yet?
No, I've never seen I saw the Brady Bunch movies.
Oh, God.
You probably missed a lot not knowing the shows they're based on.
He had the producers of Kevin Can Wait. Good call. Deal or
seen
No
that.
Deal. The girl holding case number 1. Oh, that bitch. Bitch at number 1.
Never watched that either.
Fear Factor, Joe Rogan.
And didn't watch that.
Chris Richardson. G'day, mate! From 365. He had Kennedy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7. Kim Bauer from 24. She was on a lot of lists.
She was.
I didn't watch that either.
Neither did I.
Tracy Jordan on 30 Rock.
I can agree with that.
Louis Litt from
But
Suits.
wait, Tracy Jordan did the Werewolf Bar Mitzvah song, and that saves him.
It's Tracy Morgan. Doesn't save him from anything.
Yes, it does.
except for
Have you
Walmart
listened
driver.
to Werewolf Bar Mitzvah?
No,
It's
I hate it. I didn't watch
scary.
30 Rock. I didn't watch 30 Rock. And he said every single character on The Walking Dead.
Every single one.
Wow.
They all suck and should die.
Jeannie, I got some questions for you here.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
We had some listener feedback. We're going to do this at the end. We had some quick rapid fire ones, okay? So from different
Okay.
people. Danger Entertainment.
Immediately what pops in my head, I gotcha.
Okay. Boxer's briefs or backwards thong?
None.
That's what I said, actually.
Commando is the way to go. Underwear sucks.
The best and worst part of the body to get a tattoo?
Best part would be shoulder. Worst part would be your genitals.
I agree. That was my exact thought.
Okay.
Excellent.
I like it. I like that. Let's see here. When will Jeannie accept that she is a member of Salty Language? That's from Big Dev.
When hell freezes over.
Okay. And which is the better podcast drink?
Gin and tonic. I saw that one.
Gin and tonic, bourbon, or water?
Yes, and I started with a G&T because of you, Dev. Fuck you.
Ooh.
I drank too much.
How does Jeannie make the perfect old fashioned?
Okay, so you start with a brown sugar cube in a highball glass. You add 5 drops of bitters into the sugar cube. You add cherry without a stem, and orange segments, not the orange itself, just the segments. And you muddle that shit together, add ice and bourbon, and then another cherry and orange slice for a garnish.
Okay.
So no stirring or shaking. You muddle and
none
then pour
needed.
right on.
Yep.
All right.
It's amazing. I will make them when I come down to Cincinnati. I'll bring all the shit needed.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have any brown sugar cubes.
What about a muddler that it looks like a baseball bat?
I could probably find a muddler somewhere.
His mother was
Okay.
a mutter.
His mother was a mother?
His mother was a mutter.
Oh.
Jeannie?
I'm more than willing to make old fashions for anyone who comes to my house.
Jeannie, thank you for
Yes.
coming on, Hobie.
From the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
Aw.
Please come back again.
I'll just tell you when I'm coming back.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We can do that.
This was so much fun, guys.
Bad idea of the week, number 89, is not having Jeannie on earlier. We fucking had Tony on. Why the hell would we pick Tony? Jeez.
I don't know. I'm so much the better part of our marriage.
I feel like that. I feel like he married up. I feel like I married up. So, yeah. That sounds good.
Well, you definitely did. I
Well,
love
yeah.
your wife. I need to spend more time with her, but you won't give me her phone number.
That's called a restraining order, Jeannie. So,
It is not. She loves me. She's my new best friend.
love is a tough question.
Is it question?
Maybe. Anyways,
It's
it's a
not
battlefield.
A restraining order, just so you know. It's a protective order.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Bad. So says you. But yes.
So says the
Legal
person who
system.
does that stuff every day of her life.
Yeah.
So Jeannie, thank you. You can not see her on Salty Language. So don't.
Because nobody can see Salty Language.
It is a podcast,
But you can
Jason.
totally listen to Salty Language. And if you ever want to buy anything on Amazon, go to Salty Language first and click on the Amazon button so they can get money so I don't have to pay for that fucking show.
There it is. There's the promo.
Can't disagree with that.
Well played, Jeannie.
I'm more than willing to pip, the financial aspect.
I'll be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo September 22nd through the 24th. Anyways, come
And make sure you get there so you can buy a shirt.
That's
And,
right.
Proceeds go to the military vets, so that's always good.
Disabled American veterans.
That's right. So
I remembered half of it.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Forward.
Okay, Blake.
Side.
Now I'm close. Now I'm close. Now I'm backing away. Now I'm backing away. Now I'm backing away. Now I'm close. Now I'm close. Now I'm close.
Seriously.
These cancel out all the noise room, so I can only pretty much hear you in here when these
I
are on.
got the noise canceling things too. I just got to turn them on. I'm just wondering if it will completely block Jason.
Maybe.
Hello.
I just read the lovely thing from Nick Albright.
Okay. Did everyone talk? Everyone talk.
Oh shit!
No.
I just lost
You
a
do?
cherry pit on your floor,
That's right.
and I can't see it. You're
All right, so
sorry.
I'm talking.
Well, it's in his basement. It's fine.
It's in the studio.
This sucks. How did I do this?
Here, Jay, use this.
Talk.
Okay, delete.
So next
hold on,
February,
I gotta
when we
find
come down for a beer
We're all
fest,
plugged in.
we actually need
I
to
know.
come and record together.
Beer fest.
I would be.
Do you have a cord for that one?
Das Boot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's corded.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it hasn't been. What are you doing?
You gotta take my headphone out.
Hey, you just
you
screwed it
did.
up.
They're
Now
all
you're in
plugged in.
mono.
They were all plugged in.
God damn.
He's only got one note.
There. Now I gotta plug yours in.
No, it's already plugged in.
Oh.
There are 4 plugs.
Oh.
Stop.
Oh, that's much better.
What a
can you hear us?
clusterfuck.
Yes.
All right.
It's not a clusterfuck.
Yeah, hold on. Now everybody's in mono.
How about now?
I will talk like this the rest of the evening.
Oh shit. Hold on. Try it again.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
There you go. Don't stick it all the way in. It's better that way.
So we're
I
playing
disagree
just the
totally.
Okay.
Well, you're not on my end.